Hello, Internet. Welcome to a long-awaited episode of Tidefall. I don't know why I'm doing this voice, but this is Tidefall episode 6. And thank you for joining us. Before we get started, which we're going to do very quickly, because it's me, I'm going to announce some things. The next episode of this show is going to be January 1st. So if you were hoping for a Christmas episode, no, it's going to be a New Year's Day episode. Get it right. And then as of January 1st, we're going to do it bi-weekly from there. So just put that in your calendar and prepare for that, because that's how we're going to do it. And then if you missed it, I don't know why you would if you weren't aware, we had a great one-shot yesterday, and I didn't think of a pun.
You really need to bone up on your skeleton puns.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable.
It was a bona fide treat.
It was Adventure Skeletons. Half of us were in it, and that wasn't even half the party. There were 7 people, so it was ridiculous.
There was David Boney. There was Hart Hansen, creator of the hit TV series Bones. Audrey Hipbone, Rambone, Humorous, and Indiana Bones, if you would like to know. These are the characters. View it. Bless your eyes and your ears and your heart with that content. And your bones, honestly. Just look at Twitch for the rest of our stuff that we do, our regular scheduled programming. We've got the schedule on there because we're professionals. By we, I mean everyone else, not me. So, anyway, like I said, this is Tidefall. It's a D&D 5e game where we play that game. I DM it, and these are my players. We're in the desert currently, so we're gonna pick up there where we left off. Where did we leave off, everyone?
We're in Red Rise. We went and we got some magic cactus fruit, but the magic cactus tried to kill us, but we killed it.
We were fine. You could have just drank the water. You would have been fine. I was fine.
Marta doesn't swim.
Yeah, the water's fine.
It's evil water. It was poisonous, and it's gonna drown me.
Yeah, but in getting the magic cactus fruit, Lady Crush was willing to give us some sweet deals on some pack animals and hopefully some supplies to get us through the deserts, though still contingent on Bammy continuing to help out while we're in town.
Help out.
Eyebrow waggle.
We don't know what kind of help she needs.
Yeah, could be
Yeah, we
anything.
do. She was very explicit. She needs to arm wrestle this alligator.
But what about after hours?
She goes home alone.
Yeah, duh.
But does she want to, though?
Why would you even play
Well,
that?
someone ask her. Anyway, that was a good recap because that's what happened. Punch a cactus, arm wrestle an alligator, got some friends who just so happened to be named after other GGK members. That was not intentional,
Yeah.
or was it?
We've got the bearded Drake Travis, we've got the core giraffe Sarah, and the long chicken Dylan.
I love their
Chicken.
names.
Long chicken.
I love the core giraffe, corgi giraffe,
Corgi
giraffe.
giraffe.
I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I think we just kind of left off nebulously when Lady Crush was like, "Nice, let's bro high five, Bammy," and everyone was like, "Eyebrow waggle," and then Bammy and Lady Crush were both like, "Huh?"
Mm-hmm.
So let's just say you guys went back to the inn. Osa kind of talked your guys' ear off, / wanted you guys to tell him what happened, like where you were all day, why you're all wet. But then instead of actually listening to you, he just talked a lot because it's Osa. Eventually, you got to go to sleep, and in the morn, you awaken, and that is where we begin with that time of day. Good morning. Take it away.
Fully healed up.
Woot. It's gonna be another 10 minutes for my sheet to open, so just give me a minute.
Osa goes to tell you good morning, and he talks to you for 10 straight minutes. Willow is held up in her room.
There, it sounds about right. She's
And
just
she's
like,
too polite.
Yeah.
She's like, her stomach is literally rumbling. He's like, "Oh my gosh, are you hungry?" But then he just keeps talking to her.
Shark's definitely like in like the sitting area, wherever the food's at, and just like picking around at the food and like picking out meat specifically.
Marta
What a
is saying a
conflict.
tender goodbye to Beetles.
What was the Beatles' name?
What was his name? Wasn't Todd. Todd was the snake.
It's Mark.
Was it Mark? I think
It was Mark.
I think
A plus. You would have gotten
job.
inspiration, but Morgan cheated.
It's okay.
But
I'm
I didn't
sorry.
know it was a test.
No,
or
I'm
shit.
just It's okay. I will give inspiration for other things. Don't worry about it. Yeah, you can say goodbye to Mark, and
Yeah.
he sounds older, but he bids you a heartfelt goodbye.
He's gonna be dead tomorrow. That's how
Have
fast he
I-
ages.
Have I now known Mark for like more than half of his life?
Yeah, like a third of his life.
Wow.
You're probably like gods to like his family.
Yeah, pretty much.
Amazing.
I mean, he did introduce you to literally all of his friends.
Oh, good. Well,
Yep.
Bye and bye and bye.
Bye.
Here's little crumb and there's one for you and
Oh,
here.
Thank you for a week. This is so great. Thank you so much. You're so generous. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, bye.
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 What does bye mean? I don't know.
It means I won't see you anymore, but
I mean, guess what?
I gotta go.
And then there's panic, and it takes Marta a little while to get out of her room. Bammy, what's up with you?
If Baby's not out here, I'm gonna eat all the meat before he does.
It's not like there's a finite amount of meat. I mean, there
Yes, there
is,
is.
but
Yeah, no, Bammy is probably there. If Shark is picking at his food and eating only the meat, Bammy's probably just grabbing the veggies by the handful and also probably trying to sneak some meat as well.
Bammy eats veggies?
You eat whatever you have to survive in the desert.
You're
How
right,
do you
but I'm
expect he got so
shocked.
big and strong? He ate his Wheaties.
He ate a whole cow. That's what I'm
Mama
assuming.
told me to eat my Wheaties, so I did.
When he was an egg, he ate 4 dozen lads.
When I was an egg, I ate 4 dozen lads. Alex, you get inspiration. That was great.
I have to admit, I saw that joke online somewhere.
It's a
no,
good
but
joke.
It's so good though.
Yeah.
I had never experienced it until now, so you get inspiration for it. This is how capitalism works.
This is the way good capitalism works.
Steal ideas and get paid for it.
Anyway, so eating food, trying to swipe some of Shark's extra meat.
I'm not like hogging it all. It's just like if nobody was out there, he would just take it all.
But yeah, is probably going to blah, 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 words. Is going to eat his food and hoping that the other friends will join, but is also going to be like, well, I have to go help Lady Crush deal with the wyvern. I'll get
Sure you do.
I'll get started on negotiating for traveling supplies and equipment.
Yeah,
But-
you should do that. Spend some time with Lady Crush before we go.
I mean, yes, I need to if we want to get discounted goods and services.
Oh, your head is as thick as your thighs.
Yes, it has saved me from many a head injury.
Does Bammy have anything else that he wants to talk about briefly at all? Anything at all? Maybe? I don't know. Just a thought. Not
mean,
that I'm trying to poke for anything at all.
Will it would eventually show up? Because Morgan wants to know about this.
Oh yeah. No, everyone finally eventually shows up. Osa is actually like leading you there, Willow. Like finally, he acts like it's his decision, but basically puts the onus on you. Like, oh, we've been standing here talking. Let's go eat. Jeez.
Yeah. I mean, I love hearing your stories. They're very great.
Well, I can come sit with you for breakfast if you do not mind. I mean, it is not my stories that are very exciting. It is yours. I'm very excited to hear them. So I'll make you breakfast. I will come and I will join you at the cushions. It's fine.
Perfect. The guy looks at him. He's like, help.
Osa just whistles, going back toward the kitchen to make y'all some more food.
Bammy will just hold up like bacon or something at Willow and
Thank you.
is actively cooking it in his hand.
I forgot that's a thing he can do. my dude.
I hope you like it crispy.
Thank you. I forgot how some people are very talkative.
Tell me about it. Those beetles would not shut up.
Beetles?
What were you talking about?
About Osa.
Oh, sorry. Breakfast?
Osa brings you food, and then someone else, blessedly, blessings of Orisana this morning, gets his attention, and he goes and talks to them.
Thank you, goddess.
She is the
Alright.
goddess of mercy, after all.
Thank you. Morgan is feeling anxious from this.
Oh no.
Well, I guess we've got a big journey ahead of us. We should probably keep getting supplies and stuff that we need.
Yes.
Yeah, Bambi's gonna go help Lady Crush get us some supplies.
Do we need supplies for us too? Not just all of our animal friends?
Well,
We
normally,
should probably get some.
definitely. Yes, it would be good. I'm quite able to find some food, and water won't be an issue. And Willow uses a gift from her sky person to make us more food, but if you want stuff that it is not just lizards mostly, there may be, yes, you may want some other supplies for your comfort. I will mostly be negotiating with Lady Crush about feed for the animals, as well as other traveling gear. Bambi would know a lot more about what you need to do to prepare for long desert journeys. Alex does not know as much.
Food, water, probably some breathable cloths to cover your dark and or heavy and or metal clothing.
Yep. And we should also maybe
And
get
shelter.
like tents and stuff. Cause
Maybe another tent.
yeah, Willow has a tent.
A tent.
Is it just big enough for her, or
I think it's like a 2-person tent.
yeah?
I can get another tent.
That might be good. It might be a little cramped inside of mine.
Well, yeah. Okay, maybe I need to get a really big tent then.
We're kind of tall. I mean, Bambi likes to sleep outside, so we don't have to worry about him so much.
Okay.
I mean, if we could just get a whole pavilion tent, that would cover all of us.
That's a good point.
Like an extra special big tent?
Yeah, they're built for like 10 or more people.
Oh, wow. We could like throw a party in there.
I've
That would
seen
be
some of
great.
the nomads who have them.
We should look around for one of those.
Do you think maybe if we find some of our friends who were the nomads, maybe they could help us get one?
Probably.
We know their special thing now.
No, there's like a little bit more of a twist. You gotta hire with the
right.
hands.
Right.
You guys know that the nomads themselves, like that nomad family, they're gone.
Okay.
They were here to like maybe refresh on water. Like they were just sitting here waiting for you guys to come back with their kids,
Uh-huh.
and they're gone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You
So
have to
maybe
go
that's
find some.
that family, but
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe a bigger tent and some supplies for all of us. Bammy, I guess you're gonna be busy with Lady Crush all day.
I assume so. I don't know exactly how much help she needs or what exactly, but I'm there to be helpful.
If
Okay.
you need any help, like if you need someone to have like a nice talking to with some of the animals, you can let us know.
I think he's got whatever she needs.
I mean, she is clearly a capable businesswoman and just needs a little
Say-
extra muscle sometimes.
Say no more.
Don't we all?
I mean, yes, you are quite scrawny. You could use a little more muscle.
Bammy, I
all
see we
right.
still need to work on our tact.
I'm quite good at tactics. You just hit them hard enough until they stop moving.
Well, kind of like looks at Shark and is like,
I'm not offended. I know what I am.
okay.
All right. Well, Bammy, we'll see you later, and then
If you
we'll
need
go-
me, just come by the Gale something or other.
Draft horse.
Draft horse.
Horse.
Draft horse. Draft horse.
Draft horse, their draft. Yes. Just come by the draft horse, and I'll be able to help out. And if Lady Crush no longer needs me for the day, then I will just wander around until I find one of you.
okay.
But I think Bammy would dictate a list of common caravanning supplies to probably Willow or someone. Be just like, okay, yes, you should go pick these things up
Okay.
from a market.
Got
So
it.
what's the plan? You guys just gonna like ready break and split up? You guys gonna go as a shopping group as Bammy goes to work? He's a working
I-
stiff.
I figured we go as a group shopping.
Yeah.
Great.
While Mamie like does something actually productive.
Shopping is productive, Joseph.
One of those supplies could save our lives.
It's true. They probably will.
Probably.
I mean, what? There's nothing dangerous about going into the desert.
Not at all. No.
Yes, there is. Okay,
You
so
might run
you
into
guys.
a Bammy.
You
might.
might. You won't.
As long as I
Um,
don't try to eat
unless-
him, I'm friends.
It's true.
Am
Um,
friend.
Okay, so you guys go shopping.
Uh-huh.
Bammy, you go to see Lady Crush. She is already hard at work. She's been at work for like an hour and a half, and so she's not impressed. Not a great start, but when you just show up like ready to work and you just like bench press a barrel.
As you do.
So she's
Start
like, I
the
need this
day
move.
off.
It's probably more of deadlift's not even the right word, but just squat down,
Oh, yeah,
pick it up,
yeah.
and
Yeah, that's what I was really picturing, but I don't know what that is. She's like, I need this moved, and he just like picks it up with one arm, and she's like, "Pfft," and it's just like this entire barrel of feed, and she's like, okay, this was a good choice,
Excellent.
and that happens. Shopping crew, forthwith, art thou shopping?
What?
I
What
like
are you
the
shopping?
idea.
What do you want?
I like the idea of a bigger tent.
Yeah.
Willow,
I'd
if
like to-
we need to, Willow could sell and/or we could cannibalize the tent that Willow owns.
Cannibalizing it will take time, probably a few days for a tanner slash
Okay.
seamster to do it.
Okay, so then maybe just sell it because I don't think there's probably room in the bag for 2 tents,
We go,
especially
find a,
since we're getting a big old tent.
we go find a tent maker. We go, hey, we've got this tent. Can we get a discount on that big tent?
Sure.
I like.
I'm not.
this.
You don't have to roleplay this. So you want a bigger tent? Great. You can
Yes.
sell the smaller tent for 1 gold, 5 silver.
Okay.
Okay.
It's been a good tent. Try to
Thanks.
keep it in good shape.
It's
Okay.
lightly used, and they feel confident they can restore it. The 10-person tent will be 20 gold.
He has 501 gold.
So you're fine.
All right,
so
I will
this-
just. I'm in here. I'm subtracting things. Don't worry about it, guys.
Okay, so this 10-person tent is so much more expensive because it comes with all of the stakes, all of the ropes, little hammers, little hammers for the stake hammering. It has a rain covering, just in case you get caught in like a flash flood. It even has like some extra doodads for the underneath, so that you don't get wet in the rains.
Yeah, and a lot of these also have like at the top of them, there's also like a flap that can open, so you can keep a fire going. in the
Yeah.
middle of it.
So it has that center smoke release. Yep, it's a good tent
A good
with,
tent.
with the poles and everything.
Sweet.
So 20 gold. Thank you very much. Anything else you need for shopping?
You all have water skins.
Yes, doodads.
So many doodads. So many doodads.
I've got water skin. I've got
Same.
50 foot of rope.
Oh, I should point out, every person needs one.
Man, I wish I had my stuff.
1 gallon of
per day.
water a day and an
I
amount
can
of
make
food.
so many gallons of water.
Yeah, so that's fine, unless something happens to that, which I would never do.
Yeah, well, Bammy would already have it, but if he, for whatever reason, doesn't, he gets like a tether specifically to like wrap around the flask of endless water and
I would
make
also
sure it's
like,
attached to him.
since
Oh,
we
good.
have the cart, I'd also like to get like a barrel with a tap on it so that we can just fill it with water.
Oh, just in case you like reach a part of the desert that for some reason magic doesn't work in. Not that I'm foreshadowing in any way.
We're not
Well,
going to
there's-
coal yard.
There's
Wait a minute.
that- There's that, and it's easier to distribute water than just like pop.
Open your mouth.
Yeah.
You get to drink from the fire hose.
Oh boy.
That's a good idea. Sharks thinking ahead. Okay,
Mhm.
That.
so
Cheat
for
sheet.
a giant barrel, I'm gonna make up a number. It is
If it helps, it holds. Barrels usually hold about like 50 gallons. So
oh my, 50 gold.
cool.
That's expensive.
Well, it's
I-
made of
Alright.
it's made of wood. It's
Ah.
treated to be waterproof.
Yeah, if we want to go ahead and just like group bank our money, I have 33 gold I can throw into the hot.
I
so-
have 69.
Just
Oh,
kidding.
you
The
guys.
PHB says barrels are 2 gold. I strongly disagree. So I'm gonna make the price 10 gold.
Okay.
We're in a place where, you know, supply and demand adjust those. Bammy has 0 personal gold.
Okay,
He doesn't
yeah. Do
believe
you
in
want me to
money.
add your guys' money to our group inventory?
Yeah,
I'm doing that
sure.
right now. Okay, so 33 from Sharak.
I know
Mhm.
part of me wants Marta to hold on to her 69 gold and just never
It's
spend
just so
on
nice.
it.
mean, it's so nice.
It's just so
Nice.
nice.
Okay. All right, and then 3, so that puts us. And then how much for Marta, or did you want to hang on?
69. No, it's fine. I'll contribute. It's fine.
You could give 68 gold and 1 copper and some amount of copper and keep 69 copper. Just to keep the number.
Let's do it. No, it's fine.
Okay,
It's totally
so 70. Okay. Sweet. Okay. I don't think Willow has any money. Just kidding. She has 100.
Hey.
How'd
She has
where
no
did this
money?
money come from?
Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so poor.
I mean, so we did
I
start
have-
with some amount of gold to spend. Bammy has none because he used it.
Oh,
to
you're right.
acquire
I
another
didn't
magic
spend up all
item.
my stuff. I remember that now. Okay. All right. We have 675 gold
Great.
and
You've got
some diamonds worth 300 gold pieces.
I wonder what that's for.
I wonder.
I wonder.
Okay. So you've got a big tent. You've got a barrel with a tap in it. It's been treated, and you know what? Y'all are there at the shopkeeps. Do you guys want a deal on a really good barrel? What would you do to get a deal on a really good barrel? Because I have a cool thing I want to do, but I don't want to give it to you for free.
Does the barrel have like an insignia on it or anything?
It has a maker's mark branded into the metal bands holding the wood together.
Okay. Just curious.
I mean, I could just haggle and be like 10 gold for a barrel. That is way too expensive. We should be looking at least more like 5. Because Shark's got a real good persuasion, yo.
Yes. Yeah. Haggle.
Here's what happens.
haggle.
The shopkeep is like gently offended by the haggling, but roll persuasion.
That's a 3 plus 11, 14.
Give me a minute. Just gonna. Gently offended by your haggling, but seems to want to talk to you a lot, especially. Make some eye contact that's pretty pointed and of long duration.
Ah,
Is it longing eye contact as well, or just of a
It
long
might
duration?
It might be. Basically, what I'm saying is if you want to flirt with the dude, then you can get it. You can get this thing that I want to give you really bad.
Hurt.
Shark would be better at flirting than I am.
Excellent. So we're just gonna say it happens,
Okay.
and Marta and Willow witness it. So this is what happens. You pay 10 gold for a regular old barrel with a tap in it, But instead he's like, okay. And he brings out this other barrel, which is arguably identical, but not only has it been treated to be waterproof, to withstand all of the elements, including to like keep sand out and stuff like that. I'm standing by my 10 gold price and I will not fight about this. But this barrel has also been enchanted. That water kept in it will not go bad.
Hey.
No.
So yeah, you get an anti-disease, an anti-poison
that's
barrel.
nice.
So Shark, no getting confused and putting your good water in that one.
No. Good water stays in my water skin.
Good.
G, don't start this with me. I will come through my webcam. I will come to Canada. I stick with my price. Barrels are hard to make. Son, this is a desert. There are no trees.
Cool.
Anyway, you guys have a tent. You have an enchanted barrel.
We have a tent.
What you want?
Food,
You want some food?
some
How
dry
many-
rations.
We're definitely
many
gonna need feed for our
think-
animals.
Bammy's
Yeah.
gonna try to get
Yeah,
that
I'm
from
trying to
Yeah,
work
we're
on
doing that.
Let me ask this. Let's put this shopping on pause for a hot second.
Uh-huh.
What's the plan for the travel, like, direction? Like, where are you going? What are you doing?
So I believe.
What's up?
believe
You want to
the-
draw on the map and tell me what the path you want to take?
Yeah. So I
Oh,
think
yes. Let's draw.
the plan was to go east and then south around the Rust Falls to Catliper. Because I
Okay.
forget what the objection was to going through the Rust Falls. I think that it would be back towards where the UNT were.
Yeah, that's been
Um,
Sharok's big thing. It's just I don't want to go closer to the UNT if we can avoid it.
Yes, let me.
On the map. Can viewers see the map?
Yeah, let me do that.
So let me expound. Pretty much any combination of directions and vectors that you want to take to get from Red Rise to Caliper, you may take. Going completely around the Rust Falls will be the easiest effort-wise, but will take a little bit longer. Cutting through the Rust Falls will be easier resources-wise because water's easier to come by in there. Also, shade is much more abundant, so you could actually travel for longer days and avoid the heat better. But those are the pros. Here are the cons. The Yuanti are in there somewhere, you know this, because you came out from there. Also, you fought a crawling apocalypse in there, so there are a lot more places for baddies to hide. Also, those of you, meaning Bambi and Willow, who are native to Iliomet, would know there are lots of folktales of stuff going on in the Rust Falls. Like, I don't know, civilizations, I guess. That's not the right word, but like, peoples. Quote, 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 quote.
Evil Atlantis.
Yeah. Like, there are territories there that are not known to the civilized folk. There are monsters, there are beasties, that sort of thing. So quicker, easier on resources, possibly more dangerous for other reasons. Going around the Red Rise the other way, don't know why you would, because it would take much longer, but there are more druid camps on the southern side of the Red Rise that Bambi could like hop you through. So like you'd still be able to like find oases and like shelters and things with Bambi's help, assuming nothing happens to him. Not that I'm foreshadowing anything. So yeah, those are your pros and cons.
Because
And you may ask any questions you like. Like, what kind of beasties? Like, how long are we talking? What's the difference here?
Going around to Caliper, how much time are we adding?
I'm going around the Red Rise.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's see. Give me a second. Calculator. A little over 2 weeks at a normal pace on animal back.
And cutting straight through.
Cutting straight through would be. Hold on. 2 weeks or a little under, depending on terrain and any issues that might be had.
it's
Because, like I said, it's easier on, like, it's more flatlands if you go around. It's much more like changes in elevation and like
Okay.
winding canyons.
So
and
about
stuff.
the same time wise.
Going around would be more like 17 days.
Okay.
Going through would be 14 at most. So very close. Depends on how rushed you feel.
Yeah, how rushed do we feel?
I don't know why you'd feel rushed. Unless you have some sort of personal stake in the matter.
Yeah, but it's also kind of that thing of like, it's been fine for this long, it'll surely hold for another few days, right?
Oh, will it?
Yeah, except drama. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Kind of need to get there as quick as we can. If we can, that'd be nice.
So I guess it then kind of comes down to how much more difficult would it be to get through with the wagons and stuff? I assume the travel times
Oh.
you've given already accounts for all that.
Sure doesn't. Well, with Bammy leading, I think it would be negligible, honestly, because Bammy having the background he does, he would be able to quickly find paths that would be better for, wide enough for the cart and things, or based on his particular set of skills, biceps, be able to like make a path.
Or it's just like, okay, put everything in the cart in the bag of holding and just carry it through.
a particular set of skills.
Yeah. But so then,
I don't
I
know.
guess we can have this conversation semi-in character. It's basically how comfortable would people feel about, more or less Bammy's expertise in getting them through safely through the Rust Falls to shave off a few days, knowing that it would probably mean fighting more beasties, maybe UNT, or we could do the slower and safer route around the outside.
Also weather. Oh, also going through the Rust Falls, there is a risk of flash floods.
Makes sense.
With a cart.
I mean,
So yeah, just pros and cons.
Shark, your people are in there. And I take it they won't be happy to see us again.
oh no, definitely not. They'll do everything they can to drag us into the pit and fight whatever creature they've got. So
So, I mean, it might be a more straightforward journey, but perhaps we go around? I don't know. Have
my
you heard
vote is
anything else?
my vote is to go around. As much as that particular cult is trying to pull up the anchor, they're not 100% competent at their jobs.
Well, good.
Hey, if you think it's gonna be all right if we take a couple extra days.
I mean, if we feel otherwise, we could always just turn.
Unless you have a reason we need to rush.
Well, it's very important that that anchor doesn't get picked up. So just, the sooner the better.
No, we can go at trying to remember what the actual terms were in like the Oregon Trail at a strenuous pace.
Oh, can we turn the cart into something that floats if we have flash floods and ford the river like that too? That'd be perfect.
We can try.
I don't think you understand the word flash flood.
No.
Flash.
What? They did it real fast in Oregon Trail. We'll do the same, right? It'll be fine.
I think it'll be all right, Marta. And if things were otherwise, I think we'll be made known about it.
Okay. Let's just, I guess, go as fast as we can around.
Okay, great. So you guys are shopping for like possibly 17 days worth of food for you and your animals.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay, how much?
Oh,
more
okay.
money?
So are you okay? You have a cart, 17
Yes.
days worth of food for 4 people and 3 pack animals that like need to hoard up that stuff and are going to be carrying all of this weight through the desert is a lot.
Yeah.
So let me tell you. What kind of rations are you guys looking for? Like crappy rations? And by crappy I mean like yucky rations? Or are you gonna like kind of rely on crate food and water and foraging and just have like minimal that you're bringing with you? What's the plan?
I think we should still bring some, but maybe not a ton. Like we could kind of.
Like,
I guess
I'm,
focus more on getting food for the animals. And
Yeah.
then we can try and forage for our stuff
For us.
more.
yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
some minimum for us, and then we can forage or. Can we create food and water too?
I can.
Okay.
Willow can do that, and Bammy can
Okay.
scavenge. So some rations, maybe not for the full 17 days, maybe like half.
Okay,
Yeah.
so full 17 for the beasties, half for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so rations. Hold on. Doing math. Oh my god, it's snoring and it is adorable.
Oh,
That doesn't seem right. Oh no, it's right. Okay. So for the beasties, you actually go back to Lady Crush and like visit with Bammy for a little bit on a break and are like, hey, can we buy feed from you? Where do we get feed? And she can sell you some, but not in the quantity that you need. And so she can point you to the correct seller and you go there. So
Mhm.
for the feed for the beasties, that is gonna be 18 gold. And that is like some dehydrated grains that are gonna be not delicious, but at least nourishing.
I can
hydrate
the heck out of those.
For Sarah, it is a few barrels of like packed meat for Travis.
okay.
Highly salted. Again, he's not gonna love it, but it's gonna be nourishing enough. And for Dylan, the long chicken. So I don't know, what do chickens eat? Other grains?
Yeah, they eat kind of whatever. Veggies, grains,
Yeah.
and
Some
grass,
some slop.
bugs.
Schlop.
It's some slop.
I assume also oats for Zell.
Oh, I forgot about Zell. Okay, so I said 18 gold. What I meant was more than that. 24.
Oh, okay.
And your cart is full. So I hope that nobody's planning on riding in it.
I mean, that's part of why we have the different animals, so we can
Yeah,
ride on
right.
them.
Perf. Okay, and then for you guys, it's gonna be 4 gold, 5 silver for like some beef jerky and some very, very, very few dehydrated fruits.
Okay.
Mostly beef jerky. And some bark. No, not bark.
You're on bark.
It's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be nourishing, but it's gonna be terrible.
Okay.
Or I should say, it's gonna be sustaining. It's sustenance, not nourishment necessarily.
Worst comes to worst, we also have those fruits.
Yeah. Who knows much about those? Anybody? Anyway.
Fruits?
I know they nourish us.
Because we
Oh,
took
we
extra
took some.
magic
Day.
fruits.
I
Yep.
forgot about that.
We have 10 of those, and one can pretty much feed you for a whole day.
Let's see.
How long do they last, I wonder?
I don't know. They're in the
Well,
bag of
as
holding.
Bammy is working with Lady Crush, he's gonna try and ask some questions about the fruits. Because he can have some good ideas every once in a while.
Yeah.
Only every once in a while, though.
Roll persuasion for the heck of it for me, Alex.
Yep. Can I roll persuasion strength?
You really want to tell me?
I mean,
You know,
he's
I'll
persuading her
allow
with
it.
his hard work. So
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Ah.
Well, you may roll persuasion strength.
Okay.
I like it.
Well,
died
that's
this
14.
That's sufficient. She'll let you know that untreated and unopened, they last about 5 days. You can treat them, but it does lessen their effects, but then they can last, like if you dehydrate them, basically, and then they'll last for about 2 weeks.
what about the cold vacuum of bag of holding? How
You know,
long
I
does that
know I
stay?
said it was a cold vacuum of space, but I am redacting that.
Oh, okay. What are these fruits called again?
Vesiculosa fruit. Things will rot in there. They can't breathe, but they'll rot.
Oh, okay.
Because I feel like it.
I see. How things have changed.
You guys have it easy enough. Don't at me.
So we're gonna need a bag of colding. Got it.
That doesn't exist in this city.
All right. Got it. Okay, we got 10 fruits.
So you have 17 days worth for all 4 of your animals, and you have 8 days worth for yourselves.
Plus fruit.
Plus fruit. How many fruits? 10.
10.
10 untreated fruits. So you have 10 fruits, which will be good until 5 days from now.
So we should probably eat those first.
Yeah. And those mechanically function more or less the same as good berries, from what
Correct.
I recall. Do they also
Yes.
have any healing properties, or just good berries?
Good berries,
Okay.
which also have healing properties because it heals you 1 HP.
Oh yeah.
1 heap.
You know, somebody's knocked unconscious. Eat the fruit.
Shove an entire. What did I call them? What did I say? Were they watermelon pears?
Yeah,
Kind
they're
of.
Watermelon pears.
Just shove an entire watermelon pear.
Oh no.
And then they died because they choked while unconscious.
No, you cut a hole in the middle first, so
Right.
there is an
Your
air
healing killed them.
It's a watermelon pear. It's not that solid. It'll just goop. They'll choke.
Okay.
But yeah, so you got food. You got a water containment unit. You've got a sleeping shade unit. You've got animals. You've got a cart. Anything else you want to get before you go? Not necessarily survival get, but like just get.
A map?
Yay! Okay.
Sure.
I was
we-
going to say a deck of cards, but a map is good too.
I personally figured we had a Bambi, so
Well,
Well,
but a map would be helpful. in
Map would be
keeping-
good.
just so we can, I don't know, do map stuff.
here's
map
the thing.
Just in case, Bammy's like knocked unconscious for some unexplainable
Or something
reason.
happens in which he can't actually see the landmarks that he uses to know where things are.
Fog happens, sandstorms happen.
Yeah, it's dangerous in the wild area.
It's very dangerous. That's why there are cities and people stay in them. Yeah. So you find a map maker,
Okay.
Map maker,
and they want to sell you a map.
Find me a map.
Find
Catch me
map,
up.
me a map. You already said map me a map. I know.
Map me a map.
Oh man, map isn't on here. You know what?
I feel like it's gonna be expensive though, probably.
It is. It is going to be very expensive. Let me tell you how much it's going to be. 100 gold for a map of the entire desert.
Ooh.
If you would like just the section from here to Caliper, 20 gold.
Okay, but for the whole desert.
I feel whole desert's good.
Yeah.
Willow is
investment
personally
now.
interested in this, actually, so
I think also depending on if Bammy is around for this, he's definitely gonna point at a part of
Yes.
the map and just be like, "That's wrong." Just be like, part of it
Alex?
is.
Can Bambi help get us a discount because of his
Bambi?
background?
Bam,
Mm-hmm.
roll me survival.
Okay. Let's try a different dice, because while it wasn't terrible last time, it could be better. That's much better. That's a 19.
Okay. Now roll me intelligence.
Just straight intelligence? Or
I don't know, investigation, I guess? Something
Well,
intelligent.
I
Something
mean,
about intelligence.
I'm good at nature, but I don't know if that's applicable. Okay, so straight intelligence then. Or, well, no, I
He's
guess
got a 6, y'all.
investigation, because I do
Come
have
on,
the luck
buddy.
stone, so it gives me just a -1 instead of -2.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
that's an 8.
Okay.
Okay. So, the first roll was to see how much better you would know it from a bird's eye view than being there. So you did great. The second roll was to see if you are familiar with reading maps, or if you can read this map.
Mhm.
So, you do see some stuff that doesn't look familiar, but a lot of it doesn't look familiar.
Why are there
Okay.
squiggles? Those should be mountains.
Those are That's how they represent mountains. You know,
we'll,
it
we'll
seems
take it, I
that
think.
as I'm talking to the map maker now, it seems that you know, not a lot of people are going to come in here and buy a map of the whole desert. Most of the people who travel it already
You
know
would be
it.
surprised. It's this young person, dark skin, very like severe ponytail. They're wearing these like round dark glasses. Their clothing is all very like darker gray, very like not in fashion, but maybe it will be. Who knows? It's a hipster. The map maker's a hipster.
Ah,
I figured
A
that.
hipster goth, basically.
I would
Ah.
be surprised by what, 1 or 2, maybe a month, who get the whole desert. I'm just saying that maybe,
Do go on. Do tell me what you're saying.
since you probably have a few of these just lying around collecting dust, maybe not 100 gold, or maybe you could throw in, I don't know, a compass.
So, just to be clear, this is you trying to get me to charge you less by disparaging my trade, disparaging my business, and all of the travelers who come through here. Just so that we're both on the same page.
I'm not disparaging you. I'm just saying that business might be a little slow, and this might be helpful.
So Shark's negging the shopkeeper.
Basically.
Hi, Mr. Map Maker. We
Mm.
really need this map. It'd be
Mhm.
real nice if we could get this map, and if you don't mind, maybe throwing in that. What'd you say? The compass? That tells you which direction we're going, right?
Mhm.
They're really good
Yeah.
with maps. Yeah.
That'd be real nice.
Yeah, see, the thing is, I set up my shop here because travelers come through the city a lot. I know you need maps. People need maps. That's why I went into this trade instead of, oh, I don't know, portrait making.
I stop for a second and look at Bammy and go, how often do you need a map?
Never. And I'm out in the deserts more than most other people. But
Well, then I guess you don't need a map, do you?
I'm
Oh,
also
that's-
told that
that's
I am
not what
quite
we're-
weird.
I
mean,
don't
I've-
intend to sell to every person. I intend to sell to the people who need my wares.
Well, I guess I'll just go find somebody else then.
Good luck.
Okay.
Kind of
Um,
watch Shark go to leave, be like, please, can we have that map? And like hands over the
Oh.
100 gold.
Were you not together? Oh, yes, absolutely, yeah. And just so you know, this is waxed, and the bag it's in is waterproof. So,
Thank
you
you.
don't have to be super
Thank
delicate
you.
with it. I especially make it for travelers and adventurers who are going to be in dangerous situations.
Okay, perfect. This is very great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good trip.
As we're leaving, Bambi's gonna go out last and just say, "Your squiggles are wrong," and then just tuck out of the shop.
I hope we come back to this NPC in the future. I love them.
Yeah. Kind
I've
of like,
never talked to anybody that's that mean before.
oh, they weren't mean. They were just trying to
They
He
were
was
kind of
run a
mean.
business.
He was rude.
I like G's comments in the chat. Don't buy a map from him. Don't support him financially.
That's
Well-
what I say.
But yeah, so Willow, you are now in possession of a map of the entire desert of Ilyomet. The northern
Yes.
part of the map.
Yeah, how
just
big
kind
is
of,
this thing?
It is, as you like go to open it, like basically they just showed you the part like from between here to Caliper to show like the detail present in the map. It's actually several sheets, and there are a few like fold outs and like bits that like have they're worked into the paper to like expand on certain areas. So it starts at the like the northern border, like at the bottom of the mountains. So it basically just has like a word that says Vermeja, like Vermeja's right here, and then it's everything south of that. So it actually even includes like the northern desert, Red Rise, the Rust Falls, and the south. And it has these really convenient sewn in like knobs so you can like roll it up to where you need it to be and have it hold itself open instead of having this like giant sheath. So you can only roll the sections you need. It is fairly detailed. Roll me survival.
Okay.
I'm trying to decide if I should do survival with intelligence. Nah, just roll survival. It doesn't get used enough anyway.
Oh, that's very terrible. A 7.
It looks good. It looks like a map for sure.
Excellent. I haven't seen something this detailed since, well, at the temple. I think this will be great.
Just don't think we should have paid 100 gold for it.
Oh, they're like ears sort of droop. I mean, it seemed like a pretty good price.
For what it's worth, it is signed also. So like,
Great.
like the person who made this signed it.
It's a collector's item. Sweet.
No, as in like the map maker actually like put their name and like their specific compass rose on it.
Yeah.
So like it was made with enough effort and time that they were like, this is my work.
Yeah.
Instead of just like, here's a quick map.
Sherlock doesn't believe in paying full price if he can avoid it.
Yeah.
That's fine. I respect that.
3 days from now, it's going to be heavily annotated by Bammy.
Oh, I expect so.
Hmm.
It's like, oh, he doesn't even have this on here. It's
Bammy
like this guy never
was
actually
here.
went into the desert.
And here, and
Bammy,
here,
don't touch
and
my
here.
map! Paid good money for this thing. Okay. Is there something
Great.
else anybody needed?
I don't remember.
Cards?
Anybody? Oh,
Cards.
Marta goes looking for cards.
She's
and
very
Marta-
discouraged by talking to that very
Marta,
very nice guy.
let me tell you.
I've got a chess set.
Let me tell you what you find, Marta. You are delighted to come upon a shopkeeper who is selling all sorts of cards. You have, on your way down south this way, you saw a bunch of people using just like plain old cards with like shapes on them. Just regular cards, like face cards. But this person is selling like decks and decks and decks. And apparently they're all different, but there are for a game called Arcanum Obscura. And they have like monsters on them. They have historical figures on them. Like basically the shopkeeper is going all out like, oh, this deck is actually like mostly based on the like northeastern period in the oh gosh, the age of Arcanum. That's not the word for it. I'm using Matthew Mercer's term because I can't remember the ages that I named myself. And so like this one is like really like a control deck, but this one is more like of a damage dealer. And so like if you can really like get as many monsters as you can really quickly, then like you're definitely gonna win the game. So basically, you discovered Magic the Gathering.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
Can I do we need one deck for more than
Every
one
person needs their own deck. You can make your own. I have starter packs if you want. Like I have like
Mm-hmm.
basics as well, but I also have pre-made decks if you want.
Don't get into this. Joseph is coming down from on high. Joseph is coming down from on high saying, don't get into this. You'll spend You'll spend so much money on just booster packs. You can't afford it.
I also have collectible cards, the ones that are like only had a limited run, ones that were only released in Jesser 10 years ago. I have some of those.
Stay away from the mythic rares. It's not good.
Marta, I have a deck
You do?
too. Yeah, I could try to teach you. Although I'm not
Okay. should
Not
have
as good.
We have a player in our midst. Well, I mean, every player needs their own deck. It's very personal to the player. Do you have play mats? I have some mats if you want to take some with you. They roll up. They've got their own little.
Well, maybe I'll just start with one of them starter ones, and then she and I can play. We're about to go on a long trip, so I just
Oh, it's
thought it might
perfect
be-
for trips. It's
Yeah.
perfect.
Is it okay if I buy like a little starter one, and then we could all play together and we could trade around?
Yeah, I like that idea.
Okay.
I could try to teach you. Like I said, I'm not as good at it, but I could.
Okay.
Okay. And then the shopkeep goes forward and spends probably another 10 minutes explaining, like, so these starter decks, and just like literally it's just starter packs of like 10, which you would need to buy like a few of to build your own deck and like throw away cards you don't want to keep or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I've been part
So-
of a draft. I know how it works.
So basically there are a lot of questions like, what sort of a deck are you looking for? Like, what kind of person are you? And it's very somewhat invasive.
I love it.
So what sort of a deck would Marta want to build?
What are her options?
What do you want? What? All of them. All of them.
Yes, someone with actual first-hand experience, please.
Would you like a red, blue, black, white, or green deck?
I feel
Or would you like
Marta's,
a combo color deck?
I feel Marta's more of a green, white, like protection and summon your beasties and
I don't know. I feel like there
That
could be
seems-
some black in there. I think it might be a tricolor deck, honestly. I think a green,
yeah,
white,
but
black.
that's real hard to get all the mana you need for it and just
Well, it's definitely not for a beginner, but
Is this Lindsay or the shopkeeper talking?
it is the shopkeeper for sure. I have no personal interest in this. Red,
course
blue would
not.
also be good, honestly, because it's like part control, part damage dealing, which I think is
Yeah.
kind of the warlock shtick.
yeah, but
Sure.
red blue is also just like annoying for the other people
It
because you're
is. It's terrible.
because you're
It's
actually
rude.
playing on their turn instead of your
Yeah.
own turn. It's
It's awful. Anyway, Marta. Aesthetics wise, the art on the white ones is like nice and uplifting and like sweet. The blue ones is like really cool. It's like, oh man, that's so slick. The green ones is also really cool actually, but it's like more about doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Green and white.
Sweet. That's a good one. That's like actually a really good deck. Good job. So you are charged 5 silver.
Okay. Okay. I'll pull it out of the thing.
I'm trying to think if
And
Bambi
you
would
have-
have a deck by now.
I mean, I thought Cole gave us all decks.
Pretty sure he bought
Probably.
everybody decks.
Yeah.
Bammy is definitely green red. Summon monsters, blow things up.
I mean,
Oh yeah,
I imagine Bambi would probably just be only red. Just like
that's
trying to
fair, too.
do
Play as
overwhelming
mono
quickly as
red.
possible.
Yeah.
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 brute force. Get
How many
do it
silver
as
was
quickly
it?
as
5?
possible.
5.
Yeah,
Yeah,
5 silver.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, I've only
Trying to do
played
math.
Magic 3 times. One day. I played one day of Magic the Gathering. I've never played Yu-Gi-Oh! I love Pokemon. But that Arcskira
Pokemon.
is that. It is Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Also, do you buy playmats by chance?
Aren't they enchanted to do?
They are
special
enchanted
effects?
that when you put the cards down, it like Yu-Gi-Oh! Holograms them.
It's
or
like
like Star
the
Wars holo deck.
augmented reality stuff that we have.
It's like the holographic chess from Star
How
Wars.
much are they?
They're 10 gold apiece.
Do not let him get you to buy a deck box.
There are
and
some with
whatnot.
like they're embroidered. They've got like paint, like they're painted. They like got some beautiful scenes on them. The art is just come on.
Hey,
I imported this from Cerbouine.
What?
do you think you can get us a deal? I don't have one of those mats things, and they're really cool looking. You were so good at talking earlier.
Apparently I wasn't, and these people apparently don't like haggling. So
It worked on the barrel guy.
Yeah,
It
but the
worked
barrel
so
guy
good on
was
the barrel
into
guy.
me.
Yeah. The map maker wasn't. Yeah, so this one's got like little tassels on it, so it just adds a little bit of like finesse, you know, like when you roll it out, it's like as the guy's like explaining all this to you.
That sounds really cool. She's just sort of looking at everyone like, I don't know.
Oh, what's money, you guys?
I don't know. Is that too much? I don't know.
Okay. I mean, Willow's willing to throw down to help her new friend feel like they have something they can bond over, like cards.
Oh, that's really cute. Also, what's everybody's insight?
Hang on.
Mine is a +3.
Same.
+2.
Dang! +2. Dang, you guys are so insightful. I'm so proud of you. Oh, I love this party so much. Oh my gosh, you're my children. Okay, so let me roll something really quick. Everyone can tell. As this, like, the longer this goes, and Marta, you're like kind of like starry-eyed a bit, like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. And Willow, you're kind of like, oh, my new friend. But the longer this goes on, the longer this sale goes, these mats are not worth 10 gold. The person's just like playing on the fact that you are excited, that the art is good, and they're trying to upsell the heck out of you. They are worth something because they are mildly enchanted, but it's a very mild, very easy enchantment.
Shark steps up, like, takes like one of the mats, like the corner in his fingers, and goes, 10 gold? Really? For this? I'd rather play out on the sand.
This is not a person who created this. It's just someone who bought it and is reselling it. So it's like, it's important. Well, that one's not. I admit that one is not.
I've started to like flip through them and just be like, come on. My friends may be new to the game, but I know what a hustle is.
Hey.
Let's be honest about this.
$7 gold.
Are they worth 7 gold?
No, they're not.
7 gold for 2 of them?
How about that? 7 gold for 2.
Roll persuasion.
Okay.
Both of you may roll persuasion.
Can I aid him?
Yes.
Or do we do? Okay.
Are you not charismatic? Is that what you're telling me, Willow?
I mean, just a little bit.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
So 17 plus 11 is 20.
And so he's just like, this adorable unicorn girl. 7 for both? And Josh is like, yeah, 7 for both. Yeah, 7 for both. It's fine. Oh.
Hi. Great.
It's a pleasure doing business with you.
Thanks, it's nice to meet you. I hope you enjoy the game.
Thank you.
We also have counters, so like for like if you need to track your like
Nope,
health
we
or any
have
other status
paper.
condition.
We have paper.
We also have sand.
We also have sand.
And that ends my Magic the Gathering segment.
I love it so much. We're gonna play this mystery game.
So
Morgan has never played this game, but she knows about it.
So Shark would like to go
Shark, would you like a deck?
No.
No.
Shark is old school nerd. He has a chess set.
An elitist, I see.
Yes. Shark would like to find someone to read cards for their trip.
Oh, really? Roll investigation, please. This is the best day of my life.
That is 15.
Okay. Okay, is everybody all together still, or?
Yeah,
It's like
Barry's probably
later
on like his
in
lunch
the
break.
evening after. Okay, there you go.
Yeah. I feel. Bammy, roll athletics for me really quick.
Okay. Gotta pull my sheet back up.
This is to determine how quickly you get your work done.
19.
Yeah, you're done, actually. Like, all of the stuff that she had prepared for you to do, you're done. And then she kind of is at a loss. Like, when you would take your lunch break, she's, like, trying to think of other stuff to have you do that she hadn't planned on getting more done today. And so she's just like, just go home.
Okay, well, we'll stop by after shopping, see if you need any more help.
Okay.
My friend seems to think you might need extra help from me.
You already did extra.
Yeah, I told
you did
them
more
I would,
than I expected.
Told them I would be very good, and you know, you just need a little
You
bit of extra
were.
muscle.
Yeah, that was it.
They seem, I don't know, they seem to think that you wanted extra help from me, but
You did though. Did they not understand our conversation?
no, but they can be very silly sometimes.
Yeah, that was weird. Cool, good talk. I'll see you tomorrow. Great. So, yes, everybody's all
Somewhere-
together.
Somewhere my ship just hit an iceberg and is sinking.
Stop throwing holes in my ship.
Well, what if she is the iceberg?
I
And now
think
the
she
ship
is.
has
She's
She's
landed.
an ice genasi, you guys. It just landed. Alex, you already have an inspiration. Get away from me. So
Oh,
everyone's
boy.
all together when thanks, I heard it. So when Shark decides that he wants to go get some divination done,
Yeah.
everyone's all together.
Ooh.
So you go a searchin', and for you are actually in the same district where the map maker is, and you're like turning to look for like a reader. You see that map maker shop and just keep on going before you even make eye contact with them.
Oh no, I give him the guns.
Oh.
As I walk.
They wave. Just like one of these.
Are you sure you don't want me to fix your squiggles?
No. So you find, because basically, like the way that this city works is there are people who actually live here and like do farming, business, travel. Like there are people who permanently live here but work by escorting people between places. It's very much a nexus sort of a place. But there are also lots of like business, like pop-up businesses, carts, tents and things like on the main road, just like often in like random places, like even in front of people's homes, like where you wouldn't expect to find them. So Sharak, you find a tent. Basically at the bottom of a, like when the road does like sort of a hill and then a hill and a turn, like nestled into that like sort of dirt, like propped up nook, there's just this somewhat grubby looking tent, kind of like a lopsided square, very blanched. Like the fabrics used to make this tent used to be very colorful, but have been used over and over and set up over and over to make this tent and have been bleached in the sun and not treated. So it's like a very brittle, just whitened, blanched fabric. But you can tell that it's a diviner based on there's a pole outside with a number of coins with rough holes punched into them dangling from it, and this is just a common symbol for a diviner. Basically it's just like the copper piece has a star on it in Iliomet, and so it just does a series of stars hung at different lengths to sort of roughly imitate a constellation, and it's a diviner, an old school diviner if you will, because
Nice.
the history of divination in Ibarra is that it used to be done with the stars, and it would take at least 1 year to get your answer to your question.
Nice.
So it has since been evolved to use cards or other like casting like stones and things. And you find this place and you enter.
Yes.
When you do, it is at once dark and well lit. So like going in, the canvas that is used is very, very opaque. So like all of the corners are very dark, but there are a bunch of like candles and just little baubles hanging from the support posts to provide like little globes of light. It's almost like a box full of fireflies is kind of what it looks like. And the person sitting on some cushions is a very smooth-faced, very pale-skinned, like elven sort of features, wearing a bunch of wrapped fabrics over their head. Their irises are even like a washed out sort of a color, but they're wearing a bunch of like really colorful fabrics. And they have like a couple of preserved bird wings just like pinned as like decoration. They are like almost weirdly dressed up, but also in like a sort of cheap way, but not in a way that looks like they're putting something on like they're like clownish. They just look like this is the best that they can afford kind of a thing. But there's definitely a mystical vibe in this tent. And as you walk up, the person looks up. It's a little bit eerie because as rough as the clothes and decorations are, their skin is extremely smooth and extremely like single color. What do you need to know?
My companions and I are going on an important trip, and I would like to know if it's better to take the route we have chosen or the faster but more dangerous route.
Okay. That's not the music I want. Is this the music I want? Hold on, I'm trying to look for mystical music, but I only have like 10 tracks. This works. I'm sorry, so the question was the faster route or the... What? What was the question?
Either the route we've chosen, which goes around, or is the faster but more dangerous route better for us? And a sort of like, not so much like what we're more likely to survive, but more of like better for the goal we're trying to achieve.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you like to pay for 1 card or 2?
2.
And then they hold out their hand, and it's very much like a one finger goes first until like the hand is all the way open, and even their hand is like extremely pale, extremely one color. It doesn't have like the pinkishness, it's just all pale. How much would it be? I have these notes somewhere. 1 second. Do I have them in Roll20? I do. 4 silver.
I can pay that out of pocket, so yeah.
Sweet. Thank you. And I'm going to deal the cards to myself. Actually, I'm going to shuffle. And I'm going to shuffle in. And I'm going to deal. 2. Myself. Deal. Oh no, I don't have all my stuff open. Ah, I've made a mistake. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Yeah, so there's no incense burning. There's no smokiness. So like all of the stereotypical like fake magician-y stuff is not present here. It's just a person in a tent.
Yeah.
With like a just like a homespun rug in front of them in the dirt, on which they are about to lay their cards. The cards, by the way, are, you can see as this person is working with them, they are all black. Like the parchment that they're made of is thick and hefty, and it's just been completely inked over on this backside, and then drawn on in gold ink. It depicts, like, from what you can see with the very quick shuffling, something to do with like a circle, something about stars, the phases of the moon. There are some eyes in various stages of being like open or closed, and just some other funky details, but very painstakingly hand done on every single card. And I meant to describe this while I was getting my notes open, but instead I got very into it. So great. Tidefall campaign, open in Scrivener.
I assume I should not pull the cards I have yet for the benefit of stream.
You have cards?
Yep. Well, I have a little 2 thing that popped up in the corner for me.
Oh. Huh.
Was it only supposed to go to
I also see this
Joseph?
thing.
I see it.
It was just supposed to go to me. Weird.
Okay.
I'm going to recall them.
Buy cards.
Buy cards.
Oh, and now I'm going to
Did you
reshuffle
see
so I don't pull
cards,
the
though?
same cards. Yes. Once I'm just going to play them to the map so that you guys can see them.
Ooh.
To myself. Weird. Oh well. Doesn't matter. Yeah, they're back.
Yep.
Did I get the same ones? No, I did not. I might have just changed your fortune. Okay. Where are my notes? Where are they? Aha! Okay. 1 second. Sorry, buddy. Enjoy the creeps music. Cosmology? Yes, there it is. Okay. Great. Great. So this person shuffles the cards and then just plays 2 cards face down on the ground in front of themselves, and they look up expectantly at you, Shark, and then like look down at the ground in front of them where there is a pillow.
Mhm.
Like, sit.
Oh, I see.
Like they don't say sit, but they're just like, look.
Yeah, I sit
Why
down.
do you sit? And then there's a little bit of a hum, like as it just like a sort of tone deaf kind of a hum that they do for themselves. And then they close their eyes and then they look at you and say, choose. Indicating that you should flip the cards in whatever order you want. The one to the left of you or the one to the right of you first?
The one to the left.
Okay. And the first card is, if I could grab this.
Oh.
Meow.
Oh, whoa!
Can you see it? Does it fit?
It's
shrink it?
gigantic.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I have the map view like shrunk, so I don't know if you guys can see it.
Yeah.
I
I don't know
you
what
can.
side
Can
you're
you
looking
move
at.
it just a smidge to the right?
Sure.
There we go.
Oh. Yeah, do
Okay,
what you
you
want.
can also grab it
Oh,
because I just moved it on accident.
Okay, so let's put it like there.
Okay.
Okay, great. This card is called Gallus, the Cross, represented by a man. In like arms akimbo sort of a pose for those who for some reason aren't seeing stream, like if you're listening to this instead of watching it. All of the illustrations are done again on this completely blackened parchment and then painstakingly painted with an opaque white ink and then like dotted to look as if this picture is drawn in the stars, basically. The reader looks at you, Sharak, for a long moment and says, red or green?
Are we choosing
Green.
those card decks again? Sorry.
One or two?
Am I getting my eyes tested here?
Better one or two?
Two.
One more time. Better two or one?
Two. Yeah.
Okay. And it's upside down when it's played. So, okay. And then the reader indicates for you to flip the other card.
Okay. Flip the other card.
They make it the same size. This one is called Celeste, the Dancer. Also played upside down. This time, the reader looks at you and says, mountain or sea?
Mountain.
Hungry or cold?
Hungry.
Okay, and this one is also played upside down. The reader looks down at the cards for a moment and then looks up at you and says, the first path will be stable. There will be little risk, but there will be a test. A test of faith, a test of loyalty. The second path is harder. There will be choices. But not the ones you would expect. The right answer will be to choose the unusual. And unless there's another question, that's all that they're going to say about that.
I have one more question, but it's not about our journey. I have a friend out in the world, more of a sister, and I just want to know if she's okay.
2 silver for 1 card.
Give him 2 silver.
This time, the reader shuffles the remaining 2 cards, or the remaining cards minus the 2 already on the board.
Mm.
Board, mat, and then immediately plays this 3rd card face up. It is Essex, the Cauldron, or the Crucible, also played upside down. The reader thinks and frowns and says, "She has failed."
Huh. Yeah, if it doesn't look like the card reader's going to say anything more, Shark goes, "Oh, thank you."
I'm thinking. Okay. When you say thank you, and I'm assuming Shar like goes to stand up, the reader reaches out and like, I'm assuming you stand up like with a hand on the ground, just like touches your hand. Their skin is like cold, but not like, oh, weird. They're not alive. It's just like almost like a clammy sort of a cold. And they say, "Essex represents the Crucible because it is trial. It is difficulty. She lives, but she struggles." And then removes their hand and sits back.
And Shark just quietly leaves. Anyone else have any other questions?
I don't get it. Did we choose the right one?
Guess we'll find out. Sounds like it's one of those choices where there's not necessarily a right or a wrong.
Choose the unusual.
And as you step back out into the street, into the waning sun, it is immediately almost like it's a weird feeling of like it's oppressive, but also a relief for some reason. Like even though it was so peaceful and like dim lit in there, like leaving was actually kind of like, whew, I'm so glad I'm out of there.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like you miss it almost. So as you leave to go do the rest of your errands, if any, we're going to take a break. So, thank you for joining us so far for the preps and the shopping. Oh, hello, this is my cat. Is he going to munch? Is he going to munch? Is he going to munch? He munches.
Yay.
Thank you.
has the
Thank you for
munchies.
joining us. He's got the munchies. Join us in a few minutes. We'll be back after we rehydrate and just, refuel our meat suits. And we're going to get back to this desert journey.
But on our break, we have character slides now with wonderful character art as done by our own Morgan.
Morgan is the best.
So you get to check those out as well as
They're so cool.
You might remember this. It's been a while since we've done them in a game, but it's got character info and so enjoy those while we're gone.
Bye. Hello again, Internet. Thanks for sticking around or joining us now for the first time. Both ways are appreciated. Thank you. We are back to finish up this episode of Tidefall. I don't know if you can see how much camera can they see. My cat's cleaning himself.
Right now, yeah, they can see the cat.
You're being
Kitten.
blessed by my cat.
Kitten Cam.
Look at him. He's so great. I love him. Where was I? Oh yes, we're playing D&D.
Oh yeah.
So just had a cool divination reading for the journey ahead. Have been doing some preparations so far this ep. Sure would be a shame if something were to happen in the Stream Element shop before we left. But we return now back in the city of Red Rise as the party has left the reader's tent after the divination and has gone back out into the city to finish your final preparations. Take it away.
Well, I think we've got all the supplies we need. Maybe we rethink the route we're taking. So, I mean, yeah, it'll be harder to go through the Rust Falls, and I really don't want to go through the Rust Falls. But I'm not real big on testing my loyalty anytime soon.
And you just found a new sky person, so I don't know if you should be tested on your faith either.
Yeah, be testing a new faith, yeah.
I'm okay with that. As much time as we can save and get there, I'm okay with that.
I mean, if you're convinced by a card reader, then that's fine.
Shade.
Oh, I didn't know the clouds were in the sky today.
Is that a large tree? I don't know.
I mean, perhaps they have some power to see in the future, but
I mean, don't they read the same stars your goddess does? Just two different ways to get to the same answer.
But if we're down here and she's up there, don't they
She
see the
has a better-
stars from different angles?
Yeah.
the prophecy has been fulfilled.
Bammy is the chosen one. And I mean, I will say, I'm confident in my abilities to get us through the Rust Falls. I just know you were hesitant to go back through in case we ran into any more mean snakes.
I feel like we can deal with mean snakes. We dealt with them already, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's more than one Todd out there, but
Well, then I feel like we can avoid them, right?
I hope so.
As long as we don't go underground again. Aside from, shelter in caves.
We'll do our best to avoid them, because I also would not like to tangle with them. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean it rudely when I said... Anyways. I didn't mean to be rude.
Not
I
rude
just-
to me. Maybe
I
take it
don't-
up with him, but not rude to me.
I know, but I didn't want to discount something that you put trust in. We all
Information's
have our
always
own
good to have.
things.
Well then, I guess you all picked up the supplies that we needed.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like in the background there is Travis with the cart just full of stuff.
He yawns.
You ready to go, Travis? Oh, I'll speak with animal. I can do it at will. So
Yeah. Hey.
Are you ready?
For what?
We're gonna go on a trip.
Yeah.
Okay. Sarah, are you ready?
I'm always ready.
I love you so much.
Oh, I love you too.
Dylan?
Excited corgi dance.
Oh.
Are we going? Are we going? Are we ready to go? Are we ready to go?
We're
Ready
gonna
to
go.
Are we going? We're going now?
We're gonna go. We're gonna get ready.
All right. It just like kind of hunches and like gets in this like running stance.
Gotta
Zal,
go fast.
Yes.
are you ready to go?
That is what I'm trying for, yes.
Wonderful. They're all ready.
I mean, they certainly look happy to talk to you.
Dylan's just like doing this thing of like switching from like and just like kind of crouching, just like, why aren't we going yet? Why aren't we going?
Dylan's really ready to go, like really ready to go.
Okay.
Sarah's just doing a happy corgi dance, which is like really wobbly with the long neck.
Does Travis have a tail?
Travis does have a tail.
I'm just picturing it going like thump, 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 like a dog on the ground. Like,
It's just really slow. Everything
Yeah.
Travis does is kind of slow.
Amazing.
This Travis.
Mm-hmm.
This is not an insult.
or was it?
It's not.
Lindsay Moss.
Well, I should go let Lady Crush know that I won't be able to help her tomorrow, or I guess, no, for a while.
Do we want to leave tonight, or do we want to head out in the morning?
Might as well leave tonight, especially with the magic fruit.
Yeah.
I don't see why not.
Okay.
Better travel in the evenings, anyways.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be a little cooler.
So actually, I guess a route question. Are we planning to go Rust Falls to Caliper and then south, or just straight south now? Because we
Caliper?
provisioned for
We're
getting
still going to
Caliper.
Caliper. Yes.
Yeah, calipers were we're provisioned for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
But this time we're going through the Rust Falls.
Yep.
JK, lol.
And the hope is, hopefully in Caliper, we might be able to find somebody who's crazy enough to try to help us get across
Yes.
Pyrian Sea.
Yes.
We will cross that bridge when you come to it.
Yeah. I'm hoping it's a gnome and a sled, and that's all I need.
Alright. So Bammy peels off to go talk to Lady Crush. It goes a little something like this. You're leaving tonight.
Yes. Figured we might as well get a start on it. It has been fun helping you, but we have work to do.
Man, I'm sure glad I gave you a bunch of free animals for one day of work. Bring me back something nice.
Like fancy wine, that kind
Like
of nice.
Like Bammy, like nice. Like actually nice. Like a normal, actual person would think is nice.
So
Like
nice
you and
fancy
I would
wine.
think is nice, Bammy.
Are we normal, actual people?
Yes, Bammy.
Because I've been
We're-
told that is.
We are gonna find her the biggest, most awesome warhammer ever.
I will bring you something once we return from the Pyrian Sea. Would you like sand from the Pyrian Sea?
No, what? Sure. What'd I do with sand? There's sand here. You're going to the Pyrian Sea?
Yes, we are trying to cross it. We will be back.
I make enough money. It's
Both
not
statements
a loss. I make enough
said
money,
with the
it's not a
same
loss.
amount of confidence.
She just nods. Okay, bye.
I will return.
If anyone else were there,
Yeah.
it would be very clear that she just like kind of had this moment of like, I make enough money. I didn't really lose money giving away these
Yeah.
animals. Like they're gonna die out there, and it's fine. I didn't get emotionally attached to him that much anyway. Only worked with him for a day. This is fine. Goodbye.
If only.
So that's how that conversation went.
Yep. Okay.
Amazing.
Now everyone's back together. at Osa's place.
Yeah.
Gathering your things. Getting ready to go.
Yeah.
Am
Yeah.
I stalling for nothing? Are there any conversations that need to be had? Or that want to be had? Are we just ready to go?
I think any other conversation might be had better on the road.
Mhm.
Sweet.
Oh.
Here we go. And you go. Changing the tunes. Changing the tunes. What does this sound like? It literally just sounds like wind. Neat.
The music might kick in.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm just.
This one is
There's a
just
horn
called
section.
Desert Winds.
Oh,
There's either a horn or... Nope, that's strings. I can hear it.
cool. I'm leaving it. Anyway, you guys pack up and leave. Osa is like tearing up as you leave.
Oh.
He's like,
Buddy.
contrast Lady Crush. He like immediately made an emotional bond. And he's like, Modi, come out the arms, say goodbye to our friends. Wish them good luck on their trip. And Modi's just like, bye, goodbye. And then immediately runs away.
You
He
got a
has
really
l-
cool garden.
Thanks. Like Osa literally like brings out every single one of his like 12 children to be like, say goodbye. Like as you guys are trying to leave and like the night is creeping on, he's like, wait, I just have a couple more.
I've hopped on Zell. It's like I know Osa. It breaks our heart to leave you behind, but we really do need to hurry along now.
Do you have anything you need? Do you have rations? Do you have a comfy
Well-
pillow to sleep on? Are you ready to go? Do you have everything planned out?
We're
We
good.
have most things planned out. If the goddess with us or otherwise.
That's right, you'll be fine. You'll come back to us. I will be here, and the rooms, they will be nice and clean and high quality for you when you return. And just go.
We'll tell you about the Pyrean Sea when we return, and
I'm sorry, what?
get Zelda like start.
Just pat him on the head. There. We'll be back.
Deeper in the sand.
Just go and I will close my eyes.
Okay.
And finally, you go. Leaving to the east of the city the same way that you came into it just a couple days before. There's a sort of feeling of almost like immediate long suffering, of just like world weariness instantly as soon as you leave the city. Like we just came from this way. Like you had barely gotten a chance to rest. But at the same time, there's that determination of like, we have something that needs doing and we're going to do it. And so are you guys leaving at night? Actually, I was just assuming you
Yeah.
are leaving at night, right?
Yeah, that
Okay.
was the agreement.
Great. What pace are you setting? Slow, normal, or fast? Allow me to tell you the pros and cons of each.
Oh, okay.
Slow will give you a bonus to perceiving enemies, a disadvantage on them to perceive you first. Like basically, you're more likely to perceive them first and therefore surprise them and not the other way around. You have a bonus to foraging, which may or may not be relevant because you have Bammy, but it might be. What is it? You will make, obviously, you will make less distance per day, moving at a slow pace.
Mhm.
Moving at a normal pace, you will make the expected distance per day, but you'll have a slight debuff to foraging. If relevant, because you have Bammy. At a fast pace, you'll make more distance than expected per day, but you will have a debuff to perceive threats before they perceive you. And if you didn't have Bammy, you wouldn't be able to forage at all. But you have Bammy, so you could. But I think even he would be at disadvantage if you go at a fast pace all day long.
I think.
So does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think Bammy.
Probably more.
Go ahead. Well, I think
Normal
Bammy would
pace?
advocate a fast pace, at
Oh.
least for tonight, because we've already been up all day. Want to
Yeah.
get as far as we can before the sun comes up. Probably call it an early night, so we don't exhaust ourselves.
Okay, got it. I like that.
But just
Plus-
tonight, fast pace, and then once we
Yeah.
get on the actual desert travel rhythm
Yeah.
of travel in the night, sleep during the day, we can
Shark
figure it out.
definitely agrees with this. Also, Zell hasn't had a chance to run in a very long time, and she is a horse built for speed.
Wants to giddy up.
Yeah,
You might say she has a need.
she has a need for speed.
Need for speed. Great. Okay. And you have your pact. I'm just gonna set the danger ratio.
A danger ratio.
I told you I made up rules.
That.
It's
Oh,
just
dang.
the stretch that you're crossing today, how dangerous I think it is. And that will set the DCs for resources and other things like navigation. So, how long do you travel?
Till a couple hours before sunrise.
Okay, so
Since
Since we've
probably,
been up all day.
yeah.
We're gonna be tired.
Yeah, you're gonna be tired.
So, I think Bammy would probably actually advocate, not that long, maybe, because when did the moon rise? It using our times, like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock.
Oh.
Something rather
It is currently summer, so the nights are shorter, and the mountains are not nearby. So I would say the moon. Well, not when the moon rose, but when the sun set.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been like 9,
Okay, so yeah, probably
like fully set, like be dark and be cooling off enough.
yeah, probably advocate at least going to 1 or 2 a.m. But then realizing we've been up since sunrise. Gonna call it an early night tonight to get us back on pace.
Sounds fair.
Yeah.
So fast pace for about a half day's travel, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great. You set out. Also for this, I'm basically just assuming that everybody's actively paying attention to life, because I feel like it's dumb that D&D 5th edition assumes that you're not unless you tell me otherwise.
Yeah.
So, you walked this stretch of the northern deserts a bit, but from where you came out of the Rust Falls was actually pretty near to Red Rise. Like, Bammy kind of cut like a as the crow flies diagonal line as best as possible to get all of the survivors to Red Rise as soon as possible.
Mhm.
So you weren't actually in this southern part of the northern deserts for very long. And now as you're blitzing through it in the dark of night, even with dark vision, it's just flat land with some like scrubby plants. There is like some hard like bristly grasses as you're just running through. It's not necessarily a hard pace you set for your animals, and especially for actually they all, seeing as this is like the first night of the trip, they all seem to very much enjoy it, especially Dylan and Zell. They really like to they like to go fast. Who's riding whom, actually? I want to know this.
Sarah.
Sarah, got it.
I'm on Dylan, I guess. So thanks for pumping up my ride.
Uh,
Yeah, because I think Bammy's the best one to handle Travis.
yeah.
Or Travis is the best one to handle Bammy, is what you mean.
Yeah.
And the other way around.
Unless Alex says something different.
No, I
Yeah.
mean it would be more just Bammy is probably going on foot for a good chunk of it.
Okay.
If anything, just leading Travis by like the reins.
You could do that at a normal pace, but I would say since you're going at a fast pace, the animals will
yeah.
outpace you.
Yep.
So,
So then,
probably
yeah.
as you're leaving the city on foot, but then like having to get on Travis to just keep pace.
Mm-hmm.
It's very interesting. Who has animal handling proficiency?
I do not have proficiency, but I'm a jack of all trades.
Let's see,
Excellent.
proficiency. Let's see. Let's look at my sheet.
Or perhaps proficiency with land vehicles? Cool. So it's
Not
an uncomfortable
proficiency.
it's an uncomfortable ride for everyone. Well, Bammy's like, I've definitely had worse.
Mhm.
Actually, Bammy, have you ridden things? Do you really ride things?
There have probably been some caravans where there have been, the bearded drakes as well.
Okay,
So
yeah.
he's probably tried most kinds of desert mounts, but some of them it's just
Yeah.
like, no, if I sat on that, I would squish it.
Yeah. Okay, so Bammy, you're not necessarily used to this or enjoy this. Bammy just kind of goes flat. Instead of like trying to put on any sort of airs and like sit on it, he's just like lays, and it minimizes just going with the jostling completely. You're better able to keep an eye on the surroundings by like not moving separately from your mount. It looks weird, and it's not that comfortable. But Willow, Dylan is a jostly bird. He run like chicken, and so you're kind of like
Oh boy.
jostled back and forth a lot. So it's a good thing you don't get motion sick unless you do. But he a fast bird, and though there is like the shifting side to side, you don't really feel the up and down movement very much, just because of how quickly like his feet hit the ground.
Okay.
Yeah. For Marta, it's interesting to ride a mount that is taller than you are. And just like this long neck, it just like leans forward a lot, and like you have to figure out a way to like kind of like where you need to sit so it's not like running into your chest every time she moves. But otherwise it's interesting. You're low to the ground, so it kind of feels like you're just running really fast. Except for the fact that she's just kind of wide, and just imagine if you were small and riding a corgi, but the corgi had a really long neck. It's like that. So it's like Yep.
Amazing.
Shark, Zell's great.
Yeah. I know.
Where
There's
was
a
I
reason
going?
I have an expensive saddle for her too. So
Where was I going with this? Anyway, it's an interesting start, and just kind of the thought passes through all of your guys' minds at some point of just like 17 days of this.
14.
Every
We're cutting through the rest walls.
day. 14 days of this. Oh my gosh, I cannot read Roll20 chat right now.
There have been some comments.
There have been some comments because, of course, Lindsay made some accidental smirk comments. As usual. So when you're close to the city, none of you are very worried, I think, because like you're still like, if you happen to have the coordination to glance back and stay on your mount, you can still see the lights of the city for quite a while. And it just kind of feels foolish to be worried about the wilds when you're still so close to the city. But as the hours tick on, and maybe it's the hours you've been awake already, but some of you start to like see things passing by you in the night, and you're like, oh, that was a tree. It's a tree, right?
Mhm.
That was some sagebrush, right? And just like really quick passing like little reflections. Like, were those eyes? Or was it just something left in the sand? And it just becomes a bit more tense. And
I will say, I think Bammy keeps on hand just like little packets of, there's probably a better word for it, but kindling, stuff that he can just like ignite and then toss as a light source.
Oh, smart. Bammy is smart. Cool. I really like that, first of all. Good job, Alex. If you didn't have inspiration, I would have given it to you again. Gosh dang it.
Just give me that artifact that lets me bank inspiration.
No!
I would have so much.
That's why Bot had so much. So, the first couple hours of your journey go by uneventful, if tense. But as you're hitting that point of like, I know I've got a couple more hours in me. We decided we were going to go for a couple more hours. And you're just kind of making that internal decision of like, I can go a little bit longer. It's about that time that Bammy at the lead with on Travis. Is Travis also pulling the cart?
Yes.
rattling away with the cart in the lead. Anyone who is like keeping an eye on, like, I'm assuming you guys are keeping an eye on each other. Somebody sees Bammy like kind of look off to the side a couple times and like do a little arm motion and throw some fire, just like a little bit of fire out into like past where you guys are going. And as you pass this like this flame, the light of it illuminates some shapes in the dark, which you can see these like wide set reflective eyes like following you, like reflecting the light back of the fire as you're running by, and then immediately their bodies just like turn like with their necks and just start running to keep pace with you. And I'm going to make a map. Hold on. As you guys strategize, go ahead.
Based on that, would Bammy recognize what these things are?
Roll nature.
All right. I think I know what my modifier is, but I just gotta double check. Yep. Natural 20, 22.
Bam!
Holy crap. Jeez. I don't think Bammy knows like the scientific name for them, but they are essentially, that's a new word. It's essential and sensual. I give myself inspiration for making up dumb words. So they're like lizard folk of the desert, but they're like almost amphibious. They're like a wet, slimy, long-necked, like thick, almost like pudgy, sort of almost like a salamander type person. Except for instead of like the eyes like on the side, they're like forward. It's just like a really awkward looking beastie. But they are pretty much all of their joints are like completely free moving. So they're extremely flexible and extremely quick. Typically, they stay burrowed under the sand all day, very deep under the sand, where there's still some remnant of moisture. And they come out at night to hunt and eat things, typically sleeping things, because all of the, sleeping humanoids, or basically it's just one of the many types of intelligent creatures that are active at night. So as you are running past and they go to keep pace with you, Bammy, you are well aware they can keep pace with you and can probably knock you all off of your horses unless you act first.
Yep. I will then shout to the others, we need to dismount and fight these off. And is just going to, with that said, like get up on Travis and just Sagmalo in hand, going to do a flying leap at the nearest one.
Oh my
Picture this with me. Picture this with me. Giant lizard, golden lizard man stands up like in this almost Captain Morgan pose as the lizard's running, and he's just like standing steady, pulls out a cactus and jumps off. Thank you for coming on this journey with me. And now we're gonna roll initiative.
Oh, jeez.
Where is my music for this? I'm just gonna use Curse of the Scarab, which is
and
the music I use.
I would have given a draconic command to Travis to be like, slow down, stop, but stay close.
Chill.
Roll animal handling.
Well, that's only a 5.
You are inspired,
Yeah, let's go ahead and try that.
because otherwise you're gonna lose your lizard.
That's much better. That was a natural 19 for 21.
Oh, good. So Travis is not the sharpest tool in the shed. This Travis, not real Travis, no relation to any persons living or dead. And he gets that you want him to stop, but the rest of it, he's just kind of like, what? So he slows down and stops a little ways away. And I'm getting tokens for you all. This is not the music that I thought it was. Do I have any combat music?
What's that?
We'll just go with a crit roll.
Broncos. What is that one?
Volatile reaction into the one that's playing.
That one. No, but what's the... Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but there's another one, though. Anyways. All right.
Join me on the map that I'm making currently, there's nothing on it because you're in the open desert.
Yeah, I'll wait until you draw a bit. Or is there going to be anything to draw?
Nope.
Okay, no tokens on it yet, so I'll wait for that.
I'm working on it.
Yep. And then
Okay.
thank you for the character inspiration, G. Remember, those of you following along at home can, if you're watching live on Twitch, you get XP for watching, which lets you do things like give us inspiration,
Oh.
give us on-the-spot healing, give us some random magic items, which a few of
Yeah.
us already have some of those.
I think I accidentally made like 5 Martas, and now it's just taking forever to spawn Willow and Sharok.
That's funny. Okay, I'm gonna change my roll 20 color to mage. So I think I made mine pink. How do you change colors then?
So
Man, where is Willow's? I clicked that one before I clicked Sharok's.
and for the record, I can see
There it is.
names and health bars, but not numbers on health bars.
Oh, weird.
Okay.
I can
Well,
see
I'm
the
gonna have to
number
fix
on
that
mine.
later. We're gonna deal with
I
it.
can see
see the
numbers
number
on
on
mine,
mine.
but not on the others.
Okay, good. I'm gonna fix that another day, not right now. Okay.
How do you change the color? There it is. Pink.
Yeah.
Okay. Token tracker. I mean, initiative tracker.
Yes. I always say roll initiative, and then here's like, cool, I'd love to.
Cool,
Great.
thanks.
Hey, look, we have new tokens with Morgan's art.
Hey.
Yay.
Oh, it's so cute and little.
So Bambi was in the front. Marching order, please, belatedly.
Hang on.
Do I have?
Let's
do I have
see.
enough level to get advantage on initiative? Is that a thing that we got? Yes.
I feel like Willow's probably wherever Sharok is because that's where Dylan wants to be, is by Zell. Because fast. Gotta go
'Cause they're
fast.
Gotta go.
So I feel like they're close to each other. And Will's like, this is fine, I guess.
Oh man, I really should prep my stuff beforehand. You think?
Nah. Oh, I gotta click on my thing and then on the thing. I
Yeah.
forget
Yeah.
that's a thing you have to do.
You got a thing, the thing, and a
Ah.
Oh,
Thing
my
of the thing, you
Click.
say. Good thing we have the mature audience filter on.
thing.
Gross. Okay, so I'm just gonna use
Click.
a frog token.
Oh, if only I had rolled that good, guys. There we go. That's the correct score.
Oh no.
Yeah, I apologize, but we're just gonna use a really ugly. What is that? I'm gonna use that.
Sounds like we should use that, whatever it is.
That one.
Gonna use that.
I want that one. What is that?
I don't know.
What are those?
It's terrible, is what it is. Okay,
It's like from behind,
Yeah,
above.
Melted bacon frogs.
Yeah.
Sharok here, Marta in the back, I assume.
Okay, so we are heading left to right
Yes,
from this
I
perspective.
will draw this much. Boop boop. That's east. East is that way.
Okay, sorry, I hadn't
East.
moved.
I thought you said
Marta, yes,
west.
she'll be near the back with Willow.
West.
What kind of compass are you reading, boy?
Okay, perfect. Here he
I don't-
is.
maybe the map maker gave us a bad compass after Shark was rude to him.
I was not rude.
No, we don't have a compass.
I was okay. I was
They-
purposely rude.
They did not
They.
appreciate the negging, and they gave you no compass.
Womp womp.
Now this will actually be much closer.
Well, maybe if we can get one when we get to Caliper.
Yep.
Okay, actually they're a little bit. They reacted, so they're a little bit behind this way. Okay. And now I need to roll initiative for them. How do I add people again? Add a custom label.
That. Do that.
Frogs.
She gave us a loot drop.
Yep.
That's so nice.
All in good time, my
Thanks,
good
G.
people. Thank you,
Just
G.
falls from the sky.
Now we're
One
Blue
of
gonna,
drop,
us.
it's a meteor.
we're gonna have to rip it out of these lizards.
Roll a character, everyone. We're all dead now.
It's like the
Aw.
Space Corps mod in Skyrim. Once you go to a certain point, just space! Loot!
Loot.
Amazing.
Oh, dear me. Well, good thing you guys rolled excellent anyway, so it doesn't matter how good they rolled.
Some of us did at least.
And descending. Okay.
You know, usually I can roll good, but it's like the dice know that I'm being Willow right now, so it's like, nope, clerics go last.
Clerics go last.
Clerics, clean up!
Marta has 0 initiative, so.
Same.
Yeah.
Anyway, there are these gross, shiny, weird, awkward, floppy limbed lizard
frogs.
people.
Sorry.
Did you say bacon frogs?
They look like bacon frogs. Look
Yeah.
at them. They
do
look
look
like
like
little
bacon.
frogs made of bacon.
Gross.
So let me just zoom in on one.
Dude, it's so bad.
They look like little bacon frogs.
They're terrible.
They're really bad.
All right,
But
I
it's
gotta write their HPs over here. Okay. How am I gonna keep these straight? I'm not.
Yeah.
Gonna number them.
Yeah,
There you go.
numbers or the colored tokens.
The patented Lindsay numbering system. Oops, I skipped one. Wah! Wah! Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4 from left to right.
Excellent.
I hate myself. Okay. Sharok, you are up. Fortunately, with Bammy's perceptiveness and preparedness, you guys, neither party is surprised, and you can clearly see these creepy, gangly, floppy amphibians chasing after you. Let me describe floppy a little bit better. Literally,
No.
their legs are just pinwheeling, like while still connected to their bodies.
So they're like
Ah.
those. They're like those like weird lizards that can run on top of water for. a few
Yes,
moments.
but bigger, beefier, angrier,
And
well, not
floppier.
angrier, scarier. And
Okay.
they're doing it right now at you.
Okay, cool. As my action, I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire,
Great.
and so they all need to make a Dexterity save because I'm gonna drop it right back here, and that'll hit them all without hitting us.
Okay. What's your DC?
16.
Oh, geez, I don't know why I thought that would work. Okay. 17, 10, 18, 18.
So one of them is covered in this sort of like bronzish fire.
Bronze.
Maybe number 4.
Yeah.
I was going to say number 2, because that
Oh.
was the order it happened in. That was the 10. It was number 2.
I was gonna say 4 because it was closer. Like maybe just hit that guy. Glitter all over him.
I'm into it. I'll allow it.
Yeah. So
Bronzish.
he's outlined in that fire. Attacks against him have advantage, and he gives out light to a 10-foot radius.
Oh, 10 feet, huh?
Yep.
Boop. Bwah! So now there is an illuminated, floppy death frog coming at you. Coming at you live from the deserts of Ilium and a floppy death lizard, my favorite band.
Okay, and that's gonna be it for me as I get my bow out and sort of like redirect Zell. Because I have a military saddle, I can do this with my legs.
So you are still mounted.
Yes.
Everyone else has dismounted.
Bambi's
Yes,
currently
that's so
flying
funny.
through
When
the
it gets to
air.
my turn, I will probably dismount.
Yes.
Okay, great. Shark, well done. Bammy, you are flying through the air.
Yeah, so I'm assuming that with my athleticism and the fact that I'm essentially jumping from a moving vehicle, I will be able to get to,
Oh, wow, that's
Yeah.
really cool.
yeah, right about there. So,
Perfect. Move thyself.
let me just
Land.
turn on my rage.
Oh boy.
Aw, man.
Bonus action to rage. There now.
So much aura.
En fuego.
Okay, you might. Could you
I'm
turn
changing
on his
color.
aura so we can see?
It is on.
Okay, and then would you also do mine as well?
Why?
I don't have
For
one
light.
yet, but when my sword, not my sword, my spear.
Ah, yes. Okay.
For light.
See aura, save.
Okay, I haven't set mine up yet because I can't remember how far it goes, so I'm checking.
See aura, save.
Thank you.
Okay, I just have to double check some things. Because, yeah, leveled up. Yeah,
Dun,
okay.
dun.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So, so they all, 2, 3, and 4 are all going to take 3 fire damage from
Perfect.
the aura.
Love it.
And then I guess I'm just gonna try and beat number 4 into the ground because it's all shiny and sparkly for
You have
me.
advantage, right?
Yeah.
That's how Fairy Fire works?
Yep.
Perfect.
That's a natural 20.
I can't wait for this guy to get so hurt.
Yep, so that's gonna be 4d6 plus nothings. That's pretty good. Let's see, I don't think I have the... Yeah, no, I don't have... Because that's a fighting style, not a feat. I was thinking I could reroll ones, but no. So that is... 22 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, Nelly! What is right? As you come in for a... So you land superhero flippin' style. Everything catches on fire. All the sagebrush is like, oh no,
But the
it's
sand that's
Sammy!
picked up turns into glass and sprays
Yeah,
a
that's-
bit.
Oh.
That's what I see. I see a slow motion land as like a wave of just like fine sand goes out, and then he ignites and it turns into glass in midair.
That'd be really freaking hot, so it's not scientifically accurate, but I love it. It's really cool in anime. Okay, so everybody gets toasty except for number 1, who's like, whoa. What? So what do you like? Baseball swing? Are you golfing it? Or are you like?
Yeah, I think with the first jump, it's either just a boosh or as I'm like sliding.
Even better.
Yeah.
So you take out this frog's weird floppy pinwheel legs, these anatomically impossible legs,
Mhm.
and just it flips in the air because of its speed. Like it was trying to break as soon as it saw you flying towards it.
Mhm.
Wasn't fast enough. You feel a reverberation of like bones snapping as you hit both of its legs. Probably something broken. As it just like flips in the air, hits the ground several times,
Mhm.
and as it like grossly, very flexibly, just like flings itself back into a standing position from a flat prone, it looks bad. Like you might have taken out, 50% of its life
Okay.
in one hit.
I'm trying to decide if Bammy wants to finish that one off or leave it for his friends because it's all nice and shiny.
Take it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and
Take
finish it
it
off
out.
with my extra attack. Still advantage. Well, those were garbage, so I am going to use G's inspiration
Ooh.
to reroll. I only get to reroll 1, right? I don't reroll an advantage. Like I only roll 1 more d20, not 2.
Oh yeah. So it's a third advantage, not
Yeah.
4.
Well, those were all garbage. I've rolled a 1, then a 5, then a 2. So that only works out to a 10 to hit.
Oh, nope. This guy's ready for you now. As you go to swing for him, it just kind of like contorts and like almost flops completely horizontal as you like swing like this way horizontally at it. It just like flops over, so it like limbos your Sagmalo and then stands back up. These things are
I
very
will
flexible.
roar in its face.
Oh, it takes it. And now it is their turn. First, number 1, as it is running with its gross legs, jumps right on Marta, or like right at Marta, I should say. Just like mid-run, its legs just like angle to one side, and instead of propelling itself forward, it just like jumps to one side immediately and just yeets itself 20 feet through the air and is going to attempt to tackle you. So that's athletics.
Opposed athletics?
Or
it's-
acrobatics.
Okay. Neither are great.
Wah!
Okay. One is a 0, one is a +1. We'll go with the +1.
Okay.
That's a natural 20, however.
So this long, like as it's flying in the air at you, as you're getting ready to dismount, I assume, and it's just like that slow down moment of like, this is gonna hit me. As it's coming towards you, you're like, oh, this is a lot taller than oh, it's a lot like thicker. Oh, that looks so moist. This is gonna be a really gross impact. And as you like brace yourself, it just hits, it just runs into you like, like a frog running into a glass door. And it just like, as Sarah is still trying to slow down, it just like slides clean off. And it's now on the ground behind you.
Okay.
But it recovers immediately. So it lands prone and immediately stands back up and tries to grab your ankle.
Oh god, okay.
So that's gonna be another one. Like right before you get out of its reach, it's like
Opposed athletics again?
yes, or acrobatics if you can argue it.
Nope. We're gonna go with athletics. That's at least a +1.
But that's a 7, so that's an 8.
That's a 20 total.
Yeah, I thought so.
So this arm lashes out at you. And do you wear shoes? Boots? Socks? Anything? I'm trying to get at it as it's very wet and gross.
Gross.
It's just like as you're just like yanked off of Sarah. But fortunately, it has no attacks left. So it just
I'm
yanks you off
prone
on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you would be prone, huh? That's unfortunate.
Great.
Where's the prone button? I don't know. Just gonna assume you're prone with this boot. I guess. Number 2 is ready to rumble and is also going to just leap through space and onto the prone Marta. It has advantage.
Doesn't really need it, but okay.
It's designated that he's on his horse. Oh dear me. Okay, that's a lot. It's a 22.
Yes.
Okay. Basically, this second gross, wet shape lands on you as you're prone, kind of like smashes your face into the sand a little bit, not comfy. But then an arm like wraps around your neck and is beginning to strangle you. You take an amount of damage equal to 8. 8 strangling damage.
8 strangling damage.
We'll call it bludgeoning. As I mean, you've play wrestled before. This is somewhat reminiscent of that, except like the whole arm is just like extremely flexible and wet and just like flexes against your neck as you are considered grappled and technically suffocating.
Awesome.
What's your constitution score?
That's a good question. 12.
You can survive in this state. I think it's supposed to be 1 minute, but since this is active combat, I'm gonna say 2 rounds before you start losing HP from suffocating. Great. It has another attack. Is it gonna yeah, it's gonna punch you also.
Rude.
You know
He's
what?
trying to kill you.
You know what? Hellish Rebuke.
I am into that.
I was gonna save it, but I'll do it.
Okay, bring it.
Cool.
You know what? Hellish Rebuke.
So it's at 4th level. Okay. It needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
I'm pretty sure does it have disadvantage when it's grappling you? Is that how that works, or is that just restrained? Grapple. Googling it. By Googling, I mean SRDing it. Condition grapple. Grappled creature speed becomes 0. Condition the grappler is incapacitated. Okay, so it doesn't have disadvantage. Great. Here I go. 1 d20 plus a number that I'm not going to tell you. That is 20 total.
It saves, but it still takes half. So
Alright.
it's at 4th level, technically. That's 4d10.
Get 'em.
Holy crap. These
I don't
Bragos.
have that many d10s. I'm gonna have,
No.
oh, no, yes, I do. There we go.
I don't have enough d10s for the pain I'm about to rain on these people.
Okay. That's a 9. That's an
Uh-huh.
8. That's
Ah.
a 10.
Oh,
That's a 7. So that 9 plus 8 is 17 plus 10 is 27.
Mhm.
Plus 7 is
34.
34. So half of 34.
17. What type of
Fire.
damage is this? Oh,
Fire.
fire. Okay. Math. Got it. Oh, and that was number 2? Yes. Okay. You get strangled and immediately in like just panic reflex, this purple fire? Purple? How, what are you
Right
feeling?
now,
What are you feeling?
know what? With the new gift, it's probably more like technicolored. Yeah. Kind of a similar shade to the shell that she just got.
It's a very psychedelic, but like not too bright. It's like a muted, multicolored, opalescent fire. Just like whoosh, just like yeets. Why am I using yeet? It whooshes out of Marta and engulfs this thing that still holds on, but lets out this like whistling, gargly sort of a shriek from above you. Yeah, that hurt a lot. It smells bad over here now. Oh, I still have 2 more to do. Number 4. Yeah, he's a beefy guy. Strategy. Yeah. Okay. So number 4 is going to. Number 4 is the hurt one, by the way. Super hurt. Doesn't like this. Actually, neither of them do. They're both just gonna leap away.
Okay, I'm gonna try and beat 4 again.
Okay.
So
Back him.
yeah.
Roll 2 hits.
Still lit up. Oh, that's very good. That's like 26 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
Mm,
But as there are 2 of them, number 3 does get away.
yeah. That's a very good damage roll. I got 5 and a 6 on the 2d6, so that's 16, 18 bludgeoning, because I remembered my rage damage this time.
Yay! I'm sorry, 18?
Yep.
So maybe he's just number 4 is just a little bit slower leaping than number 3 because of the broken legs. So you ram your cactus into him. As you, what do you do? Is it a golf swing? Are you trying to like hammer him into the ground?
I think actually if it's trying to leap away, I actually swing up and catch it on the underside and
Yeah,
like
swing.
flip it end over end.
And you do. It's comical almost, except for like the weird twisting in the air as it's trying to like almost cat-like but way grosser, like reorient itself in the air. But it's super broken. So when it hits the ground, there's a gross floppy crunch. And when it stands back up, it's like only on one limb. One leg is very much dangling loose. Its big old bulbous shiny eyes like look at you, look back at the other 3 of its compadres and the other 3 of your compadres, and seems to be thinking about its life and its choices. Yeah, it's just gonna start burrowing. So it goes underground. Boop. Good night, KJ Battle. Number 3 though, you got that one, but not this one. And it leapeth at the one who looks the least crunchy. So Sharok.
Come at me, bro.
Willow's wearing heavy armor.
Oh, I know.
So
I
here
have
we
the
go.
highest AC though. Come at me, bro.
I know. I said crunchy, and I meant crunchy. Okay.
Texture wise.
That's 22 to ram into you.
That will hit.
Yes, I would like a contested acrobatics or athletics, please,
Okay.
to stay on your horse.
Okay. 16 plus 7 is 23.
23. Nice. Okay, so he runs into you and holds on, but you are still on your horse. So he doesn't grapple you because you succeed, but he's in your space. He's gonna try again with his second attack. Here I go. Roll again with your contested acrobatics or athletics. So as you're like kind of galloping to like turn around and get away from him, he's like clinging on. Cling on. And it's just this wet suctiony, like as you're trying to like pull your arm away, like holding onto the reins of not hold on to your weapons.
Yeah.
It's just like this peely, suctiony sort of a feeling, like him just being in contact with you is like a sort of a gross.
19.
19. 18 plus 6, 24. So he wraps his arm around your throat.
All right.
You take an amount of damage equal to, not 10, just 1. 9 bludgeoning damage, and you are suffocating. Or you will be. Well, you are, but you're not. Well, what's your constitution?
My constitution is a 14.
So you will survive 4 rounds until you start to take damage from suffocating.
Okay.
Great.
He does
and that
not
was
want to
number-
be grappled with me. He's going to
Doubt it.
regret his life.
I mean, they will. I know this. Great. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Marta, you are currently being strangled by a frog, dude. By a salamander, by a newt.
Cool. Remind me, grappled just takes
Your
me
speed
to
is 0. Yes.
Okay.
That's it, pretty much.
So I can still make attacks.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Fun. Okay. Let's sure. He's right there. No, that's a ranged spell attack too. Gosh darn it. They're all ranged and they're right there with me.
You can make him a disadvantage. That's fine. There's a
Fine.
token that means strangled. This one.
This is a strangly token.
All right.
gosh.
I shall. Yeah, Eldritch Blast at disadvantage.
Okay, great. I'm assuming it's the one that's strangling you.
Yes, to get him off of me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a 9. That's not gonna do it.
No. You ready this energy in your hand, and as it like vibrates, you're used to launching it at a distance and shooting and trying not to hit yourself in the face either. It just goes off before you intend to.
And well, that's a 15 and a 13 though, so that's a 19 with disadvantage.
That one does hit.
What?
So the first one, like, you release it too soon, and as you like get a grip on him, and you're trying to hold the magic while gripping something, which is very unique and new for you, but you do manage to get a shot off, presumably into his face. So there is some sort of impact you can hear. It's very swell.
10 plus 3 with agonizing blast. 13 for standard.
Sweet, and that's number 2. Yeah, he already smells like cooking flesh, and then you shoot him with some magic, and it's a beautiful bouquet of scents here.
Lovely. That's pretty much all I can do, except continue to be strangled.
Great. Cool. Willow.
I would like to stop the strangling.
Okay. You are currently on Dylan.
Okay. I'm gonna... Cause it's actually like real dark right now.
Sure is.
Okay, I'm gonna pull out her spear. Let's see if I did.
Oh,
That
also, Bammy,
right.
keep in mind you have
Now you
disadvantage
can
in
see.
the dark.
Well,
Do you not have dark vision?
Yeah,
Do you have dark vision, I should say?
I do not.
you should
Because the
not.
one who was lit is no longer lit.
Okay. But then it becomes bright again as I pull out my spear and activate
Oh, just
it.
kidding. You no longer have disadvantage, Bammy. Everything is lit.
So the
Is it lit?
outer circle is dim light. The inner circle is whatever light, normal light. Anyways, my sheet's loading still. But I'm gonna cast spiritual weapon right near the Marta and try to smack the one that's strangling her.
What is your spiritual weapon look like?
It looks like a broadsword that has sort of like this trail of like stars coming off the hill, and it's like a well-used broadsword.
That's so nice. Here's a sword.
Okay. I made a note for myself. I'm gonna draw a token for it.
That'd be great. Is it ever gonna show up? This picture? Is it?
It's down at the bottom.
There it
There
is.
it is.
I have a couple of them.
It didn't show up for me, so I made another one. Okay, it's here.
Yes.
I'm just gonna give you control of
Yes,
it.
I like right there.
Control is you. You have the controls now.
Okay, I'm going to have an attack. That is a 16 to hit.
Whomst?
The one that is
Strangulating?
strangling. Yes.
16 does not hit.
Ah. Okay. And then I'm also gonna run up in there and do a stab myself on the
Okay,
same
so-
one.
As the broadsword swings around, these like big old bulbous eyes like seem to be like tracking all of your eyes, like this head, like it's strangling Marta with this like really rounded looking arm. Like again, really flexible, gross joints, apparently more joints than most creatures. And it's just like looking around while it's just waiting for her to stop breathing, sees the sword and manages to just like twist and contort its super flexible body out of the way. And then you go
Ugh.
in for a stab.
Yes, with my spear. Ah, that's even worse. Well, hang on. What is my plus on my spear? Because it is a +2. Spear. Nope, that's not gonna hit. That's only a 13.
Yeah, it as you dismount, you make a fair amount of noise, and it's looking right at you as you're coming over with this well-lit spear, this literal
Uh-huh.
like welding torch spear, and it again is just twisting out of the way as you're trying to like spear at it without hitting Marta.
Okay, so I'm like, great. Try and get up next to her. Should we make little token things for our mounts? What are those doing?
They're safe.
Okay.
I just decided.
Okay.
Cool. I don't feel like dealing with it right now. That is
Appreciate
not
it.
what is being threatened in this combat.
Makes sense. Okay. And that's it.
Okay, Sharak, you're being strangled.
Am I?
You are.
Oh, okay. I'm going to. He should have fought me at a distance. I'm going to stab him with my rapier.
Okay, do it.
That's 21 to hit.
That hits.
Woot. Nice. I'm going to smite.
Makes sense.
I'm gonna burn a 3rd level slot for this smite.
Okay.
So that's a d8 for that, and then that's another 4d8 for
And
smite.
that's another 48.
So it's 4 plus 4, so 8 points of piercing, and then. Ooh, these are really good. And 20 points of psychic.
Woo!
And it needs to make a wisdom saving throw or be frightened of me for a minute.
All right, wisdom. Shockingly, they're not that wise. That's a natural 1.
Yeah.
It immediately lets go of you, right? That's what frightened does. It's like, I gotta get away. Gotta get
Yeah,
away.
it's-
Gotta get
Can't
away.
come closer to me. It has disadvantage.
They'll take you
on-
to the zoo. I've gotta get
Yes.
away.
Yeah.
That's from a penguin movie I watched as a child, if you were curious. Can't remember what it's called though. Can't only move closer to the source of sphere. Well, it doesn't have to move farther away.
That's right. It has
It just
disadvantage.
has
on attacks.
disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls. Cool. It's gonna keep strangling you, but you feel the quiver of fear in its mind as your smite leaves its mark.
Cool.
Gonna give it a token of fear. It's this one.
I can't use any of my bonus actions because I need to be able to speak. So
Cool. Are smites free actions? They're not bonus actions?
smite is a free action attached to an attack that I can only do once per round.
Got it. Cool. Bammy!
All right.
Your quarry has burrowed. The other one has leapt. 2 friends are being strangled.
Yep. I am going to go after the 2 of them. So I'm gonna move over a little bit so that they are in my aura but not my friends, and they are gonna
Clever
burn
boy.
and take 3 more fire.
Mine, that's 1 and 2. Oh,
Yeah.
number 1 finally took some damage.
Okay, great.
Mm.
Number 2 looks bad.
And then I'm gonna move in now that the aura has pulsed. And I'm going to recklessly attack number 2.
Bring it. Wow, I'm so bored with this song.
18 to
Someone
hit.
remind me. Yes, that hits.
Okay.
As it's dodging out of the way of Willow's, like step, 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 step.
Just
like
whack-a-mole.
with this spear. Step. It can't dodge everything.
Yep, so that is 15 bludgeoning on the first attack.
Oh, it's dead. Marta, you are being strangled and just like kind of twisted around uncomfortably as this thing is like pulling your grappled, not corpse, body around with it as it's dodging spears. And you can see Willow like with this determined look like, I'm gonna save you. I'm freaking save you. And then you hear Bammy roar. It gets warm in here and you're like, oh. And then the grip slackens on you. And you turn and look, it definitely looks like a frog got run over.
Yeah.
Is kind of the look. The legs are like, but the body's like flat.
Thank you.
So I don't know if as a free action I can just yank the corpse away, but if
Oh yeah,
not,
I mean it's let go.
Yeah.
So it's just a limp corpse.
yeah. And then for my second attack, I will go after number 1, still reckless.
Bleh. That's a dead frog.
Ooh, nope, those were garbage rolls. That's another 13.
Yeah, that does not hit. This one has been keeping an eye and just like waiting. It's very much that like it was waiting for Marta to choke out so that it could like help drag her away and or eat her. And so now that it's like, oh, I'm up again, like I have to act. It's just like eyes are on you, and as you go to attack, it's just like hopping around.
Yeah.
Are we done? Are you good?
Yes, that is my turn.
I'm sorry, I forgot what I was doing. Froggo! Okay, number 4 ran away. Number 3 is afeared. Number 1. Odds are not looking great.
I did attack it recklessly, so it would have advantage against me.
That is true.
Want this thing to grapple me and regret its life choices.
See, it's not that dumb. You
Yeah.
burned it. Apologies. Yeah. Okay. Here. Yep. It is going to. Yeah, it's just going to back up 1 space. So attacks of opportunity from Marta
Yep.
and Bammy, if you would so desire.
Sure.
I should check the wording on reckless to see if this is still at advantage for me. During this turn?
In my opinion, it's per round. Because you're only getting advantage on, well, technically it's only 1 target, but whatever.
So, yes or no advantage?
Yes, advantage.
Well, that's good. That's a 25 to hit.
Oh, that hurts.
And that's a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hurts too. Yep.
14 bludgeoning.
Oh, Nelly.
5 bludgeoning.
What is
I
that?
more booped it a little hard. That's all.
Boop, boop.
You're still getting your breath back.
Okay. Great. Yeah, no. It stepped back like it was going to like prepare to do some sort of something, and then it's like, nope, and then burrows into the ground. Boop. And then the one hanging on to Sharak twists around, sees nobodies, and lets go. And also burrows into the ground.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
You sure do.
Hear it.
Oh, that is 19 plus 7 for 26.
Yes, that hits.
And he will take 8 points of piercing damage.
Awesome. Yeah, that broke his arm, and he burrows into the ground. And you are alone. Oh.
Do you see any more? Gonna look around and see.
I think
Now there's
we're-
the 4 that followed us, but
Mm-hmm.
do I see any others?
Roll perception, please.
Okay. There was a natural 18, but what is my
Me too.
plus? 21. Whew.
Same.
So with the light from your spear still, and as everyone's kind of catching their breath, it's just this like tense, sort of raspy breathing from Sharak and Marta, from just like the slightly crunchicated trachea. And Willow, you look around, holding your spear and like just getting some light spread. You see a couple of glints of light reflected back a little bit too close together on the same level. Its eyes probably, but like many feet away. It's just the dim light reflecting back probably 100 feet or more away and not moving.
Well, I feel like maybe we should just get out of this area, but you guys okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Fine now. Thank you.
It's good spotting them, Bammy.
So, many things like to hunt at night. We will need to be careful, even in the open desert.
Yeah.
Do you guys think you can travel a little bit further?
Just get away from here.
Yeah, I want
Yeah.
to get out of their hunting grounds.
Okay. Like, help Smarta up.
Thanks.
I go make sure to collect the mounts.
Yeah, Travis just stood there. Like he stopped like he just slowed down and stopped and was just like, what's going on? Dylan has kind of been like running and like just like running around. Like kind of keeping away, but like, what's going on, you guys? Sarah got scared.
Oh,
She's
no.
kind of far off and has to be gathered.
Yeah.
Sarah.
She shaketh. When you like go to bound her, she's like trembling a little bit, like standing in place.
It's okay. We're okay. We're gonna get out of here.
Okay.
I know they were really mean.
They were really wet.
Yeah, they were real gross.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Like, did you get like wet lunch meat? That's what I got.
Yeah, it smelled really bad when you burned it. Like really bad.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna get out of here and we'll have
Your voice
something.
sounds a little rough. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'll be all right.
Sorry about that.
Not your fault. You did real good.
I didn't do anything.
That's exactly what you need to do. You need to stay the hell out of the way is what you need to do.
Okay.
Okay.
Happy corgi day. Everybody gets back on their buddy, their little beastie buddy.
Mm-hmm.
And you continue on for another couple hours. You, Willow, do you keep your spear lit?
Unless Bammy says I should snuff it out otherwise.
Based on what I know, would keeping a light be more likely to keep these things away, or more likely to attract them and or other things?
These things roll nature or survival, whichever you prefer.
We'll go survival, though I'm good at both. That's a 19 survival.
Okay, for these in particular, the light would keep them at bay.
Mm-hmm.
They prefer the sneakage.
Mm-hmm.
Also, basically, they just don't typically like fire very much. They are wet. They're amphibians. They don't like to dry out. So these things will be kept at bay by light. Other things might be attracted if they see something like easy to spot in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of sixes.
Are we still in a mostly open area, or are we starting
Oh,
to get
yes.
into more varied terrain?
Nope. This whole time in the northern deserts is all just going to be like Arizona scrubland, just completely flat with not like any shelter at all.
I'm trying to think because Bammy doesn't have great dark vision, so he, would really only see things once they got into the light's range.
Yeah. Okay. So I think Willow would keep it up. He's also kind of freaked out that. So.
A little freaked out that 2 hours into your 14-day trip, you already got attacked by something.
Yeah.
I would be too.
Yeah.
I will say with a 19 Bammy, the things that would be attracted to such a bright light at night, when most of the active creatures at night in the desert are literally avoiding light, like that they're active at night because of this. The things that would be attracted to it would be pretty easy to hear or see coming. Like it would be big baddies, so that's not good, but also they wouldn't really be able to sneak up on you.
Okay, so yeah, should probably keep the light up, but we need to keep moving.
Okay. And so you do. For the next couple hours, I'm trying to think of the right word, a little bit jaded, but in a tense way. You finish up your long day and short night of traveling. You were already tired, and now you guys are just like after the adrenaline has rollen off after riding for a little bit, you're just like kind of bone tired. You eventually stop. So far from Red Rise that you can't even see the lights of the city anymore. And you make camp. And as you do, Bammy, I would like you to roll survival, please, to see how the day's the short travel went, if you stayed on course or not.
Okay. That's a dirty 20.
Okay. Now I will roll secretly.
Contested survival. Ibarra versus me.
Not really. It's something else.
Bammy versus Wild.
Meow. Meow.
Sir.
Topaz has opinions.
He does.
Why didn't you bring Rufio?
Because he was a jerk.
He was.
And I already have a horse. Why would I need him?
You would have wanted the jerk cat if you didn't have a horse?
Yes.
Okay. Also with these new these new traveling rules, with the navigation roll that you do to stay on, be on course or not, you won't know until probably in the morning. Like that's something I'm gonna be doing. So like how the day went, I figure out at the end of the day, and then you can figure it out or not the next morning because it's nighttime.
Yeah.
And you're resting. What else do I need to roll? Resources? No. Okay. Now it's sleepy time.
For people who
Nighttime.
sleep.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Marta just gets to stay awake alone with her fears and worries.
She can practice
Isn't that nice?
Arskura.
Oh, she could play the game.
Hey Willow.
Yeah.
Can I borrow that deck that you have?
Yeah, for sure.
I just kind of want to, look at it.
He's got some cool ones and like kind of flips through. Because they're all like creatures and stuff, right?
Creatures or historical events or locations or historical figures or like really well-known like magical objects or spells and things like that.
Basically, she just wants a second deck on hand in case Baz shows up so they can play.
I love it. Perfect. Yeah, like kind of gives it to you, and they're just like a little bit worn because I think, if I remember correctly, Cole gave us like a used set that he got.
Yeah, he
And
bought
kind of, like
them
split
from,
it up.
Ooh.
Yeah.
From why can't I remember his name?
Oh, the lasagna guy.
Yep.
Garfield? No, sorry.
I can't remember what I associate lasagna with him.
Oh, it starts with an R. I'm pretty sure it starts with an R.
It's
I
not
could
what
try
your
and dig up
is.
that note
It's
file.
not important. Yes.
Res.
Resim.
Resim.
Oh. Okay. Good job.
Yay.
Who remembered that? Who did that?
Was it me?
Huh.
I was remember the res, but I don't remember the end part.
It was like, I did.
I
Okay,
named
great.
him.
Oh,
That's right. That was the NPC name you bought. Anyway,
We should
okay,
go to point off
you could.
It's the opposite
going that
direction
way.
of where we're going.
later.
It's a good place. It's a good place to be. Great. So, you guys just settle in.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out if Bammy would go in the tent or if he burrows in just outside.
We could pull
I mean,
up
it's
enough of like.
big old tent.
We have that little
Like
flap thing
tarping.
too, right? I figured Mark
Oh,
would kind of post up outside under the flap so she could keep watch. And
this is fun too. You guys are already like tired, like bone tired, and then you stop to make camp, and this is the first time you're setting up a new tent.
Oh no!
So it's everybody tired in the dark, being like, like setting up a tent for the
No,
first
it's
time.
the worst.
Is this the test of our faith here?
yes, this is it.
Test of loyalty. You finally get it set up. It takes excessively long. Everybody's patience is tried. Oh my gosh, but you're so grateful when you finally like throw down your bedrolls and are getting into sleep.
Awesome.
And yes,
Oh, yeah.
Marta, there is a flap out front, like a little fake tent porch that they do.
Yeah, a little porch.
She'll hang there.
Okay.
Keep watch.
Just gonna roll some things just for my own notes for next time.
I'm just thinking Bammy probably does function as a space heater in the cold desert nights.
Oh, that's true. So are you in the tent?
Yeah, I think afterwards, like, I put up this tent, I'm going to use it.
I mean,
Angry
yeah,
dad.
we don't have to put the tarping down all over. We could leave you like a spot to bury yourself.
Oh yeah, you guys don't even have to put down like the ground covering if you don't want to. Like honestly,
Yeah.
maybe for this first time it might just be fun flavor to be like, it's not gonna rain. Bammy said so. Just do the bare cover.
Just flop into the sand and just be like, okay.
Oh,
I've had those moments where you just give up on the wind tarp and you're like, it doesn't matter. I just need to sleep. And so yeah, it's a little bit shivery, but then when Bammy settles in, like it slowly warms up in the tent.
cozy.
Morgan, did you have something you wanted to say? It looked like you were setting up to say something.
No, I was just trying to figure out when prayers would happen, but it probably would have been before they left town. So,
Oh yeah, when the stars rose.
uh-huh,
Yeah, that would have been.
earlier.
Yeah. Well, good job. Good RP. A+. Marta, as you post up, a little beetle like pulls itself out of the ground near you.
Mark?
It's a little indigo beetle. It just kind of like flaps its wings. And it just waddles next to you. And then Baz is just sitting there next to you in his full suit, all indigo. And he just like puts his hands through your hair just a little bit, just like fluffs it, and is like, I knew it would look good on you. Oh, it
I
looks
know,
so
right? It looks so great.
It looks great. Oh, shh, everyone's sleeping. And what's this? And just immediately putting your worries and your fears and just the horrible couple hours ago at bay, settle in for a little bit of a watch with your buddy Baz. And as
Have you seen
our
these cards?
no, am I on any?
I don't know.
As you settle in and everybody gets some much needed rest and our heroes finish the first leg of their long journey, we're gonna call it.
There was the
So
loot drop
thank
from
you.
G.
Oh, that's right. I forgot all about it. I'll tell you next time.
So the audience will find out come the new year.
Yeah. Oh. Hold on. I gotta do it now.
Yeah.
Good point.
I've been guilted.
It wasn't really meant to be a guilt trip, just saying, we're gonna find out in like 5 minutes.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got it. G, are you still here? Do you care?
Gee, gee.
I think
need
she's still here.
somebody.
You can blame it all on G.
There was something.
There's a loot drop, and we just can't stop without it.
I just love Marta and Baz's relationship.
He's my favorite.
She says first drop of 2020.
Oh? Should I wait then? Should I wait?
I mean,
Nah, I'm already in it.
yeah.
Unless?
It's happening.
Unless. What's this do? What's this sound? No. No.
Yee.
Oh, this one. No.
Oh, that one.
I don't know what I'm doing. Sure, whatever.
Yeah, I think G's got a significant delay going on.
Yeah, that's fine. What? Just give me a treasure, John. Okay, now I don't know what that means. Magic items. There we go. Oh dear, that is no. Okay.
Oh, come on.
Dear God.
No.
Was it an airship?
No, but it was legendary, and that's not happening.
Man.
Now, how would this get found? How would this?
In the
Okay,
belly
how's
of the
this?
one
Poking
we
up out of the
killed.
sand, me and
There
Marta,
are-
me
there
and
are-
Baz.
There were 3 of us with like weird extra dimensional things going on. We
Hold
could just wake
on.
up with it.
Huh?
Bammy could have wandered off into the desert and found it in the middle of the night and come back.
He sleepwalks. He does actually. That was supposed to be a joke, but
But
unless. Okay.
We go to
This is
set up
terrible.
the tent, and we're like, why won't this pole go in?
And it falls out.
Oh boy. Sure. That no. You found the last one at camp. Okay. Here's what happens. When Bammy flattens the dude, flattens the frog, and just like flings the corpse, it's a little bit heavy because you found some remains in its belly. Sure.
Land
And it-
shark.
And it had eaten somebody.
well,
And apparently upon that person I'm doing great so far, is a metal circle. I'm having a hard time.
Disc.
No, it's a metal ring. It's a circlet. You find a circlet. It's made out of just a mixture, like a almost like a braiding of dark and light metals, inlaid with like just some like starburst and just like whooshy designs. I have a hard time describing things. It's very fancy looking. It's like almost a circlet that like a lesser child of like a royal might wear, like that sort of amount of fancy, not like not like gaudy and like showy, but just like simple. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's what you get. Apparently ate somebody whole, including their whole head, and they were wearing this thing.
Nice.
And now you have it. You're welcome.
Sweet.
Forget, does Marta know identify?
No, but she could sit down with it at first watch and just like figure out what it is, I guess. If it needs to be attuned, that is.
It doesn't.
Okay.
So as you're chilling with Baz, like as you guys are playing and trying to learn the rules of this game that neither of you have played and neither of you have been trained on playing.
Nope. We're gonna make up
Just
our
have-
own rules. Like, okay, so that one
They're just
means
playing
3
Uno.
points. Yeah. Okay.
This one has a 5 on it, so it wins. You're just kind of like going back and forth about what this thing does. And then at some point, Baz just like kind of takes it and looks at it. And he goes, ooh. Oh,
What is
this
it?
is a fun one. I think it might look good on you. You might want to give it to one of your friends. I don't know.
What's it do?
But it's kind of a point and shoot sort of a thing. So when you wear it, you can. It's a circlet of blasting. Baz Az explains this nicer than I do, but while wearing this circlet, you can use an action to cast the Scorching Ray spell with it. When you make the spell's attacks, you do so with an attack bonus of +5. The circlet can't be used this way again until the next dawn. So once per day, Scorching Ray. That rhymed.
It might be really funny to give this to Bammy.
Oh, that would be so funny.
It looked real nice on him.
My danger senses tingle.
It kind of clashes because he's so gold. There's just...
But it would be like a real good like statement piece.
He's not wearing much, so it would make a statement.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't take much.
We'll talk about it in the morning.
Yeah,
We'll think about it.
I mean, you guys will, but
Well, yeah.
I gotta go.
I'll put on for... Oh, okay.
So I'm not in this deck. I'm a little hurt.
I'll try to find one with you. I didn't know that you could be
That's okay,
on
that's
them.
okay. I don't know if I am.
I'll look for one. Next time we're in the city, I'll look for one.
I would
They said
love
there's like
that.
some special like collector's item ones.
No.
I'll see
No.
if we can find
What
one.
if my card's a collector
No.
card?
No.
It'd have to be.
There goes all our gold. No.
Stop.
I'll let you know if I find one. I don't know if I'll be able to buy it, but I'll let you know if I find one.
That's enough for me. If it exists, and I know, then I can get it.
Done.
Is that little vein just like... It's like having a picture of yourself in your wallet. And the conversation goes this way all night. And this is where we're gonna call it. Thank you, G, for the circlet of blasting. It'll go to
Yay.
somebody.
Thanks, G.
Good job, everyone.
Sweet.
I never remember when we're supposed to end. Did I do it right?
We're like half an hour late. It's fine.
Oh, whoops. It's been a while since we played. I don't know anything.
It's
Yeah.
been a while.
And it's gonna be a while before we play again.
Yeah.
But then we'll be regular. We'll be back on the schedule.
We'll be on our oat brand. We'll be regular.
That's where my brain went too.
We're gonna. Our New Year's resolution is to eat our Activia yogurt every day.
This episode's sponsored by.
Activia. Oh, what's the moral? What's the
Ooh.
moral? Moral. Don't neg people.
No.
Yeah, don't neg
negging.
people.
Negging is bad, yo.
It's a disgusting habit, but sure,
He has a bad upbringing.
he does.
He learned bad habits.
A lot of them.
So, episode 6, moral of the story: don't neg.
Yes.
Or
Thank
you
you
have
for
to pay
joining
full
us.
price for a map. I'm just saying.
Yeah. There's some deets on that. Maybe I'll tell you after the game's over. Anyway, thank you for joining us for episode 6. We'll see you for episode 7 on New Year's Day, bringing in the new year with this good group. Just look at these people. Look at them. I love them so much. Look at their beautiful faces. Oh my gosh. So, just hold us near and dear to your hearts. Watch the rest of our shows. The schedule is on Twitch. We love you. We love that you are in Twitch chat, and we'll see you in 2020. I'm trying to think of a good joke. Something about seeing 2020. See crystal clear. I don't know. We'll see clearly in 2020.
Oh,
clearly, we'll see
Get
you.
inspiration.
Yep.
Oh, give it
for
everything.
Marta.
Oh,
So
thanks.
hold on to that for a month.
Oh, okay. I will. Thanks.
Don't forget it. Don't forget
Pressure
it.
it.
Okay.
I'll mark it now.
See you later, alligator. Good game and good night, internet. Bye.
Guy,
Good night, internet.